I do get firearms, I send them across the border, make money for myself from that, other people make money from it. Today I'm going to discuss how guns are brought from the United States into Mexico.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way. So my mom was in jail, I need to put food on the plate. I ended up sending it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it, so everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here where we were in chases every day.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
At what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years old.
We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
$9,700.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to that. Yes, it fair.
The power Mexican cartels have accumulated is hard to fathom. With Jalisco New Generation Cartel and the Sinaloa Cartel leading the charge, these paramilitary crime syndicates have global reach. They are heavily armed, deeply connected, and absolutely ruthless. Specializing in drug trafficking, human smuggling, extortion, and more, these organizations pull in billions of dollars every year. And the United States plays a part in this because the ugly truth behind some of their power is American guns. Now, as Americans, we get mad about the fentanyl flooding across our border. But what about our guns that are flooding into Mexico? In this episode, we expose the pipeline. From cartel operators to US gun smugglers running thousands of firearms across the border to the law enforcement agents fighting to stem the flow. These folks are the players in this deadly supply chain of power and violence. And would you believe that some of our own three-letter agencies might be involved? This is the story of how American guns end up in the hands of Mexican cartels. Good to meet you. Is it true that different people in the game are on the run right now?
Oh yeah, most of the people I know just either their people either got hit by, one of the three people that were going out there raiding people, or just had some shit happen, or some people didn't know how to do it. And they gotta go on the run. So Mexico is just the go-to right now. States are too hot. State troopers, Border Patrol up in Phoenix.
So do you have a fear that if you did a bad business transaction that someone would come looking for you?
I don't fear for my life at all in this situation, just because throughout this whole business, I've been clean business. I see myself as a way of just normal, civilian that's out here just trying to make money. So you're gonna have the gun itself, where the gun is, who's the one that's either gonna get it or who has it. I go buy that off that person at a price where I can make a profit for myself. I send someone into a store to go get something from me, and I have my people that I sell it to at a pretty good markup. They send it to one of their kind of workers, drivers, and just gets taken down to Mexico in like units.
So you don't physically drive across the border?
No.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. Because you're not just dealing with, legal issues, you're also dealing with territorial issues.
For those not familiar, the Sinaloa cartel is one of Mexico's most feared and notorious drug cartels. It was led for years by El Chapo Guzman, a ruthless kingpin famous for running a global crime empire and escaping a Mexican prison in 2015 through a mile-long tunnel. He was recaptured in 2016 and extradited to the United States, where he's now being held in ADX Florence, America's most secure prison. He's locked up alongside people like infamous gang leader Larry Hoover and the Boston Marathon bomber. And with El Chapo behind bars, Sinaloa's future has never looked more uncertain. But make no mistake that from Chicago to California, Omaha to Phoenix, the Sinaloa reach is still quite powerful. All right, folks, we have a sheriff pulling up from Pinal County. He's had a lot of experience in the field. We're going to be interviewing him as well. You have the wildest collection of patches that I think I've ever seen. If we interviewed a cartel member last night, what are the odds that he would be Sinaloa given the control they have in the area?
If he's not Sinaloa, then he's risking his life.
What's your process to do it?
It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way.
And are you physically driving it in a car, or do you have other people do that?
No, there's a chain of command and there's people that do that. You can go into a gun store right now and buy, your typical mini-me, something like that for $9,000. But if it falls out the back of the truck, I can get it for $5,000.
Do you work for one primary cartel, or do you freelance amongst many?
Just one.
Is there any difference in how difficult it is to do business from the Biden administration to the Trump administration?
There might be a couple hiccups, but it's all business, it's all the same. Honestly, it's crazy. I can't imagine the border right now. People are scared to go across more than ever before. The risk and the paranoia of it, because some of this shit is they'll load your car up with 20 blocks. And imagine trying to drive across the border, thinking that, and then if the X-ray's gonna pick you up, shit like that. I guess nerve-wracking, Once the border got tighter, things are hard to do. Get into America, you know what I mean?
Was it actually that easy with Biden as president?
I felt like there was a lot more things coming in.
Is it noticeably more difficult now that Trump is in office?
Yeah.
Under the Biden administration, it was a free flow of everything. The people have stopped coming across so much. We're way down. I think we were at about 7,000 to 12,000 a week, and we're at 300 to 700 a week now. At
what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years old. You guys are paranoid.
There was a study done by the U.S. government from the Government Accountability Office that found that 70% of firearms found in Mexico traced their roots to America. Does that surprise you?
That's probably lowballing it.
Yeah, it might even be closer to 80, 90.
No, if anything, I feel like it would be a larger number.
Closer to 80, 90% maybe?
Yeah, probably closer to 90.
How much power do the cartels have in places like this, in Arizona?
On the American side, they are very smart businessmen, right? They don't, they're getting a little more overt about their stuff, but you just don't have a lot of in your face like you do in Mexico, right? We don't have rolling gun battles here. Sinaloa holds pretty good control of our state. They have not given it up, and they've been here a lot of years.
Are there people in America that are officially part of a cartel, or is that only if you live in Mexico?
It's going to stretch all over the world. We'll just put it that way.
Now, according to Arizona law, these gun smugglers could face up to 10 years in prison if caught for the crime. But what's interesting to me is the same U.S. government that will hammer these guys for selling guns also like to sell a lot of guns overseas themselves. This has happened a lot of times in recent history, but let's just highlight a couple of recent examples. Take the Soviet-Afghani conflict in the 1980s. The CIA funneled tens of thousands of guns to the Afghan fighters, the Mujahideen, to win the battle against the dreaded Soviets, our enemy at the time. Fast forward a few years later, the same Mujahideen fighters that we armed with the guns that we gave him, some of these guys later turned into the Taliban, which was really good for the military-industrial complex because this fueled another 20 years of war and profit. And most recently, for the United States politicians and arms manufacturers, we have sent billions to Ukraine and Israel, which some could say the US taxpayer is indirectly responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of people, including women and children. So while a low-level smuggler might spend a decade behind bars for moving a few rifles across the border, the corporations and politicians who benefit from this arms dealing will walk free. Because when the violence is industrialized, no longer a crime, it's just good business. Is there any misrepresentation of the American media about the cartels? Basically that they're horrifying terrorist organizations?
It's not how they picture it though. It's so media is so brainwashed, and they say, oh, the cartel, it so runs this whole area, and if you go there, they're gonna kill you, or this and that. Yeah, the cartel might run a specific area, but as long as you get there and you're not causing no trouble, or you're not there to steal from nobody, or just sell anything, you know what I mean? If you're just there on good terms and checking in, everything be good.
Do you think that's a fair picture American media makes of them?
No, that's easy to label something that you can tax. We gotta take care of our own people, The government ain't helping. We see cartels sending side bombers or people in the United States go do mass shootings and get their agenda across or anything. Most of the things that cartels do, unless it's someone in America that was working with them and fucking over somehow, that's when they'll go after you as a person in America.
What do you think about Trump potentially labeling cartels as terrorist organizations?
That he should start here with the people on this side.
What do you think would happen if Trump tried invading Mexico or drone striking cartel operations?
It's very, very, very much like the Italian mafia. They are very family oriented. I can tell you from the Mexican side of my family. We have family gatherings all the time. We have carne asadas. We get together and play loteria, all this kind of stuff. The difference being when they go to work, it could be to go skin somebody alive that's their enemy, This road in particular is a major smuggling route, and I've had a lot of chases on this route.
And what road are we on right now?
We're on Stanfield Road. These mountaintops will have scouts on them. So all of these valleys out here can have routes where they are pushing people and product up, and they use those routes. The scouts guide the loads. When they get up here to kind of the civilization, that's when they'll hit these regular routes, blacktop routes, get on the freeway, shoot up into Phoenix, because Phoenix becomes the hub.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
Why is torture used so often amongst the cartels?
Pain is the best teacher.
So you're a runner, go to a gun store, get it, let's say it's me. If I get flagged, okay, that's a mission that went astray. If not, how often would you send a guy like me to get it again and again and again?
I've had people that, you wouldn't believe the number of stuff they got out under them, and it's really kind of strategic in a way, because the way the background checks work is it will show up as, either a pistol or a rifle. It doesn't go into the system as that specific firearm unless the ATF is flagged and involved. You could have someone go store to store, get 5 guns in their name, just one day, clean record, all that stuff.
But you have someone in your family that has died from gun violence in Mexico.
Yeah.
Do you blame the guys in America selling the guns?
I don't. I just blame the shooter, really.
How do you feel about being involved in a business that arms the cartel?
It sounds worse than it is in a way. You think about it is, what I'm doing is basically doing what larger corporate companies have done with other third world countries. Taliban has all guns made in the USA. What I do is I still make those people money. The big corporate, big gun industry still gets money from me, but I also make some money myself in a way by just doing what they're already doing, but on a smaller scale. Even if I stopped what I was doing, someone would just come and fill in for me. Might as well try to make my money that way, and it's something that's happening in a whole different country.
So gun smugglers will risk prison time for a few $1,000s of profit a month. But what about the big players in what some would call the military-industrial complex? Let's just look at the Russia-Ukraine war, for example. Lockheed Martin's stock hit an all-time high. Raytheon's production lines are going off the charts. Billions of dollars in weapons have flowed across the Ukraine border and across the European nations that are gearing up, looking to refill their arsenal in what has proven to be one of the biggest spending sprees in defense since the Cold War. Now this is where the gray area comes in. Is this right? Is this wrong? Because whether you look at Ukraine, Israel, Afghanistan, one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. I don't know the answer to all this, but what I do know as a tax-paying citizen is what I've gotten out of the deal are dead soldiers, civilians, destruction, a bad reputation globally, while these companies in the military-industrial complex have reaped the profits in the billions.
Well, I don't think the gun manufacturers make the guns to give to bad guys to rape, pillage, and carnage their own countries. So I don't think that's a good way of looking at it.
What made you choose this job over anything else you could have done?
Honestly, the thrill of it in a way, and just a large interest in guns on my part. The money's there. I got lucky with, finding some people. Honestly, I think this is a lot morally acceptable than drugs, safer than drugs, less corrupt, less dangerous,
So when I was in jail, I needed to put food on the plate, and then once people started offering me guns for product, and tremendously no product, we were damn near getting a gun for free. That's really what changed my eyes, because of some kid who went and robbed the car and found this a gun in the car, and he was scared to have it at home. So he came to me and he said he didn't want that. He'd rather have a little bit of weed.
How much weed do you think you gave him?
Probably like 7 grams. And like that same night, I ended up selling it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it. So everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here, where we were in chases every day, load vehicles, stolen vehicles going south. So they would go to Phoenix. They could have a stolen vehicle out of West Phoenix down here within about 40 minutes. And so they would run stolen south. They would cross them over because there's parts of the border just south of us that are just barbed wire fence like this. So they would cut that shit, drive across, and drive the stolen into Mexico, load it up with dope, and then drive it back northbound under the dark of night. And so we would be out here in night chases with them, going after blacked out vehicles, chasing them through the desert, trying to get them before they got to I-8. The scouts would all coordinate their movement. So we would have counter scout operations where us and Border Patrol would work together to try and take the scouts off the hills when we knew loads were coming, so that they were flying blind essentially. And then under the last presidential administration, it was so wide open that they didn't need any of that stuff. Nobody was stopping them. So, and there were so many of them that there was just a flood of people coming through, a flood of dope coming through. Border Patrol was tasked out in all these other areas. It was like Thermopylae for us, man. I mean, we were up against, tens of thousands of people, and it's really not even our job, right? The immigration piece is not the sheriff's job, but we were stuck with a lot of this stuff. Our military was essentially teaching other countries how to defend their country, right? And
guys, we got to cover some more cartel history, because American guns are not the only thing that the United States has contributed towards the rise and dominance of Mexican cartels. Let's take you back to the mid-90s to Fort Benning, Georgia at the School of Americas, where for decades and still today, this was a place where Latin American military forces were brought to practice skills in things like urban warfare, interrogation tactics, and psychological warfare. The School of Americas has since been renamed due to many former students committing various coups and human rights violations across Central and South America. Classes here are taught in Spanish and oftentimes led by U.S. Green Berets. One of the groups that was trained here was GAFE, one of Mexico's elite special forces groups whose job it was to raid high-value targets and combat narcotics operations. In the 90s, about 30 of the GAFE guys eventually defected from the Mexican military to work for the Gulf Cartel, which they later left to create their own and one of the most feared cartels of all time, Los Zetas. Now, the majority of scholars agree that this was not some CIA psyop on purpose, but rather an unintended consequence on the part of the United States. However, there are known cases of former special forces guys being put on cartel payroll to teach their soldiers and sicarios advanced tactics. Just food for thought as we look at the history of how some of these cartels came to be. What's been your biggest month in revenue so far?
I think the best run I had is I made 70K in 4 months.
How did that feel?
Amazing. I never felt that level of accomplishment before in my life.
Have you ever been visited by a 3-letter agency?
Allegedly.
How is that?
Pressuring, in a way. One of the things you want to do with that is you want to have them talk to you. Doing that, I was able to find out in a way what they knew about me. Where also I reflected where I went wrong, other factors, and how much they knew.
So you kind of stayed silent and let them talk?
Yeah.
this is the Obama solution here.
So someone could be camping out here and someone's hustling a load.
Yeah, and we've had that happen where there's been people out here either hunting or just camping for a weekend, and they'll have a stolen vehicle in the middle of a chase, will run right through their campsite and blasting up here to the interstate to get away from the cops. And so this whole area is kind of, again, just like the other area, all the high points, you're gonna have scouts. There's usually scouts on this hill, and there's scouts a little bit deeper in, and so they're watching over the valleys.
The cartel member we spoke with last night said that if drone strikes were taken against the cartel, we really escalated against them, there would be a ripple effect where they're gonna escalate the violence here and try and, do you see that as a potential chess move that really results badly for the American citizens?
No. If they just look historically at the U.S., they would understand that that's a really stupid statement to make. I think it was Japan that woke up the dragon, right? I don't think they understand what they're saying. That's fine to say, and there's a lot of machismo in that. Like, hey, if you mess with me, you come after my family, I'll come after your family. That's all fun and good, but when you go to war on the U.S., that's a whole different level of fucking with us that we're not gonna put up with. And I don't think they understand what would the hate that would come their way if something like that were to happen.
Do you ever have sympathy for some of these guys that like, hey, while I don't agree with what you're doing, I get why you're in your own situation?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, again, having a wife that's Mexican, there's some of her family that are involved in some of this stuff. I don't hate them. You know, it's family, and they're doing what they think they need to do to get by. And again, it's all circumstantial, man. What you're facing in your life and how you're dealing with it, I definitely have sympathy for that. I don't think it's right for them to do what they're doing to get their money or to get ahead or whatever, but I can't fault them for trying to get ahead and do well for their family.
People, I think, in American media, like, it's almost like these guys are monsters. Like, are these guys just normal people in a way?
Yeah, they're normal guys and gals in the sense that, you know, just like us standing here, we can sit and have a conversation. Now, in the right circumstances, would one of them kill me if they could? Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't get real personal. They're just trying to do their thing, and so it is what it is.
So you would have survived on your own from an early age?
Yeah, well, I have my sisters, really. It was really my sisters helping to hold it down. Once I seen like the pressure put on them, it takes a toll on you and me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the youngest of 9. When my mom was locked up and my father passed away, you know what I'm saying? It was really just me and my siblings. And my older brothers don't have papers, they're in Mexico, you get me? And one of them already died. So it's just me and my sisters, and then I have a brother who really be on his own world. So I really had to like either step in or step out. Once you get into this, like the money is here, this is really what makes you, you know, a little bit as that extra, especially now in this society where the bills take up everything, all the money you make, every job you have, every dollar you make is gonna go to a bill. You get me? At least now right here, I'm able to feed my family, pay my bills, and still, you know, go have some fun.
Are a lot of these guys balling off of this?
If we were to catch a group right now, they look like hammered dog shit, man. They just beat up because they've been hiking for 4 or 5 days through the mountains. A lot of times they're drinking a concoction of like meth and fentanyl and cocaine, and so they're all wired up, not feeling shit. Rattlers and stray bullets will get you every time. So you can see there's kind of a depression here and kind of bushes and stuff like that. And you can see how the grass is kind of beat down, which means there's been people in here. And then you'll start seeing the black bottles that's traditionally smuggler trash. They carry the black bottles with water all the way up from Mexico. There's parts in Mexico where they're buying all this stuff. They're buying the camouflage, they're buying the black bottles.
And what goes in the black bottles?
Water. They black them out so that they're not shiny, visible. And so you'll see them kind of scattered throughout here. You should start seeing some of the clothing and stuff. So they've, like, by the time they get to this point, they've already been backpacking for 4 or 5 days up from Mexico. Then they get here, and this is kind of their final staging point where they will kind of hang out and wait for a ride to come get them. And so typically speaking, this is where they kind of discard their clothing, discard any trash that they have, and jump in their ride and go. So they'll get in this little cut here, and you can kind of see from the grass pressed down, they'll just get in here, rest, and wait for their ride to come get them. And I mean, we're 10 yards off of Interstate 8, and so car will pull up, give a signal, they'll jump out of this spot, go load into the car real quick, and then they're off and running. One thing they did start doing too is when they know that we are onto them because of the stuff they're leaving behind, they would start collecting it all into a trash bag or whatever, and then they would have one person take it off 100 couple yards away so that it didn't give away their position as much.
Do you have any opinion of the new Mexican president, Sheinbaum? Like, has she changed things at all with how you guys do business?
Money talks.
So it's business as usual. Mexico officials are being paid off, police forces are getting paid off, and business keeps going?
Yeah.
How hard is it to bribe a police officer?
Here?
Well, yeah, I guess compare America and Mexico.
That's the same.
You can bribe people here?
Not yet.
What percent of cops in border towns in Arizona would you say are in some ways paid off?
At least 3/4.
At least 3/4?
Oh yeah.
And how much does it cost to buy a cop?
It just depends. If it's a one-time thing, you know, you throw them a couple grand. And if it's an ongoing thing, you put them on the salary, you give them, you know, 3-4 grand a month.
There's really that many American cops on payroll like that? We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that. I know from the years that I've worked that we've had compromised Border Patrol agents, we've had compromised officers. So same thing, they, you know, they make a lucrative offer to somebody who is not making very much money, and people compromise their integrity for that. And
have you ever had to fire somebody because you caught them doing that?
Yep, we worked a case when I was working undercover. We had one of our guys that was involved, and we had to work a case on him and ultimately arrested him with the help of the FBI.
Now, I'm going to throw out the number he said, which I think is kind of crazy, but I want your take on it.
All right.
He said, about 60-70% of the Border Patrol and cops.
He's full of shit. Not on the U.S. side. The Mexico cops are more easily compromised, and on that side, it is the threat of violence, because way back when we talked to a compromised Mexico police officer, and he told us it was as simple as this. I was trying to be a good local cop. I was just watching traffic and I was stopping speeders, and I got blocked in by 2 vehicles, and a guy gets in the passenger side, and he said, "Hey, you know who I am?" And he said, I knew who he was. He was a local cartel boss, and he said, "Hey, we want you to work for us. All you have to do is not be on this road from these times to these times," right? And the guy said, "No, I'm not. I'm an upstanding citizen. I'm not part of your crew, none of that crap." They said, "Okay, here's a picture of your wife and family, and we have eyes on them right now. And you basically have 60 seconds to make your choice, whether you're with us or against us. And if you're against us, then your family's gonna pay the price, right?" And so all I had to do was not watch this road and keep my family alive. And so it wasn't much money at all, dude. You're talking a couple grand, and for that particular time, right? We think that he had done it more than that, but you're talking a couple grand is what he had compromised himself for.
I couldn't believe and didn't quite buy the numbers that many U.S. Border Patrol agents or U.S. cops were bought and paid for by the Mexican cartels. So I called another Sinaloa contact of mine to see if he could add some insight on those numbers. Here's what he said. Would you agree with the stat, 60 to 70% of them?
I would say like 80%. What? They either want drugs or money. Some of them don't even have a choice. If you say no to the amount of money, you know, like food, you don't have a choice. You feel me? We control you. I have a couple of them that go pick up my people and pass them over. You feel me? All you have to do is follow instructions.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
A week, 9,500. But remember, some of them would get a kilo, you know? Some of them want some kilos, some of them want some yellow, you feel me? So some of them want money, so some of them drugs.
Even after talking to this guy, I still doubt those numbers. I feel like these guys only come in contact with Border Patrol agents that are corrupted, so in their view, all of them are. But I just can't believe that the majority of Border Patrol agents are bought. I just don't think it's true. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
What you make in a day here is what you make in a month over there. My brothers live off $150 a month, USD. Let that sink in. I can make that and like eat in one cell. One gun transaction, you get me? I can make way more than that in one gun transaction and send that over right there.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to 1,000.
1,000 guns?
Close to 1,000.
The cartel guy we spoke to last night claimed that in a typical month, he might be able to get 1,000 guns across the border. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's credible?
Yeah, that's absolutely credible.
Is it even possible that he's downplaying it?
Probably, yeah, because he's not wanting to get his bosses in trouble.
So you have a few runners daily going?
Yeah.
Is it with Border Patrol too? You can buy off Border Patrol?
Oh, definitely.
So like you have to, because obviously you don't just stroll up there and ask, like, do you have to meet him at a bar? Do you have to, like, how do you initiate this?
They're sent to train.
What does that mean?
They're sent to the academy.
Tell me about the clashes going on right now. Are things fairly stable, or is there a lot of battles happening?
No, right. I mean, there's always going to be, you know, a tug of war between powers. It goes through its dormant times. Right now it's active.
The danger he's speaking of refers to the war currently happening within the Sinaloa cartel. Since El Chapo's imprisonment in 2017, the group has splintered, with two main factions now holding power. One is led by El Mayo, a co-founder of Sinaloa and some say El Chapo's equal. The other is Los Chapitos, led by El Chapo's sons, known for being younger, flashier, and more aggressive. Their turf war has triggered waves of violence, including this recent story detailing the deaths of dozens of teens in Mexico. And from what I've heard from sources close to the action, this fighting is not expected to end anytime soon. What attracted you to this lifestyle?
Honestly, the adrenaline.
Is it terrifying working for a cartel?
Stressful, not terrified.
So as long as you follow the rules and kind of do honest business, you're kind of in good standing, there's nothing to worry about?
Yeah, you do business as a man.
The one thing I wanted to fact check on to see if you had a perspective on is Trump's claim that the majority of people coming over are murderers and rapists. In my boots on the ground journalism, I found out most of the people are just looking for a factory job, fast food job. Right. They're not a murderer. Do you feel like that rhetoric was accurate or a little overblown?
I would say that depends on the area, dude. Because like this area right now, we see military-aged males all camoed out, moving up, and those males are all at that ripe gangster age. And a lot of them, when we jump the groups, they are gang members. So if you're talking this area, absolutely, he's absolutely right. This is Thugville out here, man. It's all gangsters, cartel members, guys that are trying to fly under the radar. You'll have a few good people mixed in with that are really just looking for a better life. The other problem that we saw here in Arizona was a lot of these military-age males, when they got to the border and got across into the US, they immediately discarded their passports, any IDs, anything like that. They got rid of them, burned them, whatever they could do with them. Why the hell are you going to get rid of your ID if you're not up to something nefarious?
So it did seem sinister.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you're in this, is it possible to leave, or are you pretty much in it for, for life?
You can step away. Easiest way to put it, you're a reservist at that point. As long as all your corners are covered, you turn into a reservist. So if you're needed and you're called up, you better show up.
How dangerous is it for you to even do this interview?
I'm risking a lot doing this. I'll put it that way, I'm risking my life. Let's just say that.
And folks, for all the readers out there, get this book. I got the link in the description. If you want to learn more about real boots on the ground law enforcement experience, I recommend you get it. Links in the description. The power and legends of the Mexican cartels have long fascinated me, and it's my goal to cover the story in Mexico one day if I can find the right contacts to do this safely.
I suppose they talking about they was gonna be out here, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, at 8 o'clock tonight?
Yeah.
7:30. They made a threat at a specific time that 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tommy G. I'm in the hood, the Latin Queen, Chicago.
House on the block, you on the block, well I just got the drop. Pussy nigga told that nigga snitch, man, I done seen a lot. How these niggas turn rats when they get locked up in the box. I don't even like.
At what age did you lose some people?
12 years old.
I'm from 25th, nigga. Freedom Boulevard, 24th Street, 2-2 killer.
Shorty beat, nigga.
Yeah, I'm like your favorite team. You catch me on TV, talking about on NBC. You could catch me on the scene. I'm posted up with the team. You asking, I got the drop.
You want a vest?
I got one in my trunk. The Latin Kings are one of the most feared criminal organizations in the world. The Kings were formed in Chicago in the 1960s to overcome racial discrimination and stood by three main principles: protect their families, protect their neighborhoods, and protect each other. Since the 60s, they have grown into Chicago's largest street gang with an estimated 25,000 members. Because the King leaders are currently incarcerated, they have developed a sophisticated system of communication that allows them to call shots within penitentiary walls. Today, we head to Little Village on the southwest side of Chicago, which is the birthplace of the Kings and an area in which they thrive. Let's hit the streets.
Se hace el mañana, no he hecho nada. Llamo unas ladies para mi casa con unas ultras para enfiestarla. La noche nunca va a acabar.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I have the best job in the world. Today, I'm on the south side of Chicago, pulling up to meet with some Latin Kings. Hombres de calle, you know what I'm saying? Life is a goddamn adventure. This is the exact location that you don't want to pull up when a Mexican guy tells you to, I feel like. This looks like a place you disappear. You just get brought to a warehouse and they're like, "Ay caramba, I'm gonna cut your balls off." Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. It's sketchy out here?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Chicago.
We're the most feared neighborhood in Chicago. Out of all the Mexicans, Little Village, we be f***ing shit up anywhere.
What is the history of this area?
It could be all Polish. Back in the days, it'd be Polish. From the early 90s, it turned all Mexicans and stuff. But it was really the white folks that started all the gangs around here. It's where a lot of the gangs started.
So I've been trying to find a white gang. What are the white gangs in the area?
12th Street Players.
12th Street Players?
Right, they're like...
Are they still around?
Yeah, they're still around.
You white folks out there that are in a gang, I want to talk to you. So DM me, email me, TommyGMcGee123@gmail.com. Love to chat with you. What are the politics of this area?
On this side, you got Latin Kings. If you go over there, you got the SDs.
What is SD?
Satan Disciples.
Holy shit, dude.
Pray for the devil and shit like that. It started off as a white gang, but now Mexicans. You got Kings, SDs, and Gangster 26.
Do any of them get along?
None of them get along. King Von been in that jail.
In Cook County?
Yeah, everybody been in this jail.
So Cook County?
All the famous rappers, Lil Durk, all them been in this jail.
Okay, we'll give you the history on Cook County because we drove right past it. It's a crazy looking jail. Cook County Jail is without a doubt one of the most dangerous jails in the country. Imagine this. You have all of the most violent gang members and criminals locked in one place in Chicago. That's Cook County. To give you an idea of what kind of brutal environment Cook County is, in 2016, corrections officers sustained over 500 attacks from inmates, and at one point, 90 inmates filed a lawsuit against officers for beatings with brass knuckles and other inhumane treatment. This is undoubtedly a rough place to live.
And just for the record, Illusionary Films is not associated with any gangs. We're just show music videos. They're all hoods.
You're neutral and you just help people bring their art to life.
Yep.
I would say I'm the same category. I have no enemies. I don't want any enemies. I just let people tell their story on the platform. When you guys are masked up like this, do you think that you're causing concern to the other people here? Like they're wondering what the hell is going on?
I don't look like they care right now.
Because I feel like if I brought my kids here and I saw a bunch of dudes in masks, I'd be like, all right, kids, maybe we should walk over to the other side, you know?
Right. Back in the day, it used to be real racial. So we the blacks against the Mexicans.
Everything's cooled off.
There's no racism no more.
That's good. So there's an important moment that happened during COVID and the George Floyd riots.
That was the craziest thing ever. All the blacks were coming to our community and robbing, so we're like basically protecting all down 26th Street, making sure the blacks did not steal because they were stealing all down 26th Street.
Folks protecting they shit though. I'm with that shit. I'm with that shit.
This is where we come and we show them who we are and we protect our business, our investments.
Nigga, what's up?
Not a single store got stole.
Has anyone been known to escape from this place?
No, but I lived in that place and shit.
How long did you live there for?
Oh, wow.
What did you learn from your experience there?
What am I supposed to learn? I'm already against it.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Capo, bitch, C-Block. We're in the field. 51st Capo, you already know what's up.
This the Bill Kill Boys in this.
I think you guys are the first Mexican Kia boys I've ever met before. What were they throwing out?
GDSD, basically they dropping folks. We be saying GDK, but we don't really go at it with the blacks. We just go at it with each other. Mexicans against Mexicans. We don't really fight with blacks and stuff like that.
Teach me some of the lingo of the area.
Oh, out here we say I'm a cow nigga, you know?
Do you guys speak Spanish?
Yeah, I speak
Where's
Spanish.
the Spanish word you can teach me?
De conejo.
Yeah. Did I just diss somebody? Now I have no idea what that meant. The only gang I ride with is the Big Dog Gang. We got shirts like this and like this. This channel does not diss anybody. We're neutral. Thank you.
Nah, you didn't diss no one, you good. Yeah.
What do you call that haircut?
That's what we call a shag, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you see somebody walking right now with a shag gang, you already know you game bang because you got a shag on. It's like a target, you know? It's like right now, if I walk right now down the street, I know I'm gonna be a target, so.
All right, fellas, well stay safe and keep growing that hair out, okay?
Yeah.
Shout out to the plug, he gave us 50 in advance. Yeah, that's for a month. Here's the coordinates for you to leave.
This mall's been here a long time?
Yep. This is like culture right here.
How you doing?
How you doing? Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's a sure sign that somebody is about it in the streets around here?
You can't never tell nowadays. Some people look like regular people and they got a whole gun on them, you wouldn't even know. People like these people right here look regular people, but they could be killers, you never know.
For instance, I would say a Bape hoodie.
Nah, we don't really get into that swag fashion stuff. People up north will do that though.
¿Qué puedes decir a la gente sobre el pueblo pequeño?
Que venga al mall de la 26, que no está cerrado y que no se va a cerrar. Latino y americano y todos. ¿Por qué? Porque arriba México y arriba Chicago.
Do you guys identify more with being American or Mexican or a mix?
A mix.
Mix, probably.
Are you proud to be an American?
Oh yeah, always. Proud to be American.
I'm just proud to be here. My dad voted for Trump.
A lot of Mexicans f with Trump.
Really?
I fuck with Trump. The media be having you feel like Trump is bad, but once you actually do your own research and shit, you realize what's good and what's bad.
So right now he's in a big controversy. They're trying to put him in prison for up to 20 years for espionage. Do you think it's a witch hunt or do you think he might be guilty?
It's a witch hunt. They don't like Trump because he said the truth. When you speak the truth, they'll try to get rid of you.
I feel like they try to spread the narrative that Trump hated Mexican people.
Now Obama deported more Mexicans than any other president combined.
With Trump, at least you know what he's gonna do because he don't lie. Everybody else is like they're gonna lie to our face.
Do you trust the government?
You can't trust the government.
In the past year, like about a year and a half ago, you see nothing but Mexicans right here in Little Village. But now it's nothing but Guatemalans and stuff because they're sending from Texas over here to downtown. And they're sending from downtown, they're sending them right here to Little Village. I mean, so far they haven't really started no trouble or nothing. But now it's hard to get rent and stuff. But it ain't nothing because at once we were all immigrants here. You feel me?
A lot of these places have been robbed recently, right?
Yeah, mostly everybody been robbed right here.
Muchos lugares que vende elote, drones viene.
Vienen y te.
¿Con un arma?
Yeah,
Con arma.
3-4 guns, put them in your face, give me your money.
Sí.
Hombres ponen un arma en tu cara.
Ajá, sí.
Es muy loco.
Vienen así, mira, como él. Sí, de ese color. Ay, no.
Hombres mexicano?
No, moreno.
Moreno.
People are coming robbing is like 90% black, really. That's just robbing our own neighborhood.
Me asaltaron aquí de este lado y de ahí dieron la vuelta por acá y salieron otros dos y me pusieron aquí, acá una picada.
The reason they target all these people is because they know they're illegal immigrants and they know that none of these people can have guns.
¿La policía ayúdate o no?
Sí, pero ellos no pueden agarrarlos a ellos.
I know somebody they robbed 3 times. She's right there. We'll go, I will go. Yo!
You know those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming back around, huh?
Do you know them?
I saw some hand signals going on over there.
Everybody gets shot on.
It's sad to hear this happening to small business owners. It's already nearly impossible. It's already like a 90% fail rate to be a small business. And then especially a little one on the corner getting robbed. It's just bullshit, dude. So where are we right now?
Last 31st and Kezi. All the taco trucks and shit we got in this.
This is one of the best ones in the area?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What does your grandma think when she sees you in a ski mask?
I mean, she be tweaking and shit, but you know, gotta watch out here, you know.
Are there any gangster chicks around here?
Oh, a ton of gangsters. Tortas out here. There you go. I'm playing. I don't know.
Call them tortas?
We can call them tortas.
I want to meet a torta.
You want to meet a torta?
We filmed the first part of this video on an ordinary day in June and went back in September on Mexican Independence Day where things were happening. I'm not trying to get wrapped up in any like rivalry shit.
What the fuck? Dude, fuck no.
He went after a guy with a machete?
Oh! What the fuck? Holy fucking shit, bro.
How is no one dead?
Holy
I'm just hyped because this happened like 30 minutes ago and it's everywhere on the social media. Nobody's gonna be sliding on us because I was gonna have everything blocked off properly. And then we have over 40 guns, 50 guns. I don't think nobody's dumb enough to come through. I mean, it's never happened, so.
We'll hit you up in just a little while then, okay?
I don't know if you want to hang out with somebody or just somebody. What do you think we got? Fuck no. Especially it's on Facebook now, so he's probably got a target on his head.
Yeah. It's not a good idea to go to.
If he just somebody with a machete?
This is like the perfect day for someone to hunt his ass down.
I feel like if we don't come today, it's probably not gonna happen. If you hadn't been involved in something sketchy earlier, I wouldn't be having any second thoughts, but because I'm like...
Look, bro, I'm telling you shit on. What happened was at least like 2 miles away from the explosion.
Aren't people gonna wanna circle the block for you later today?
Get away from my block and it'll take you 10 minutes. There's so much traffic and told me you're gonna get arrested.
Is the guy alive?
Yeah, he's alive.
What's that?
Yesterday, with the police.
Mira, vámonos, güey. Vete el 12, güey.
scientifically impossible. You know it's scientifically impossible. I'm gonna put something right now on the force of the traffic right now. Sure. Imagine there's me on the hot sliding right now. Where am I going, man? I'm gonna bump it right now, and the party has not even started.
You're a sitting duck, basically.
If they actually move and walk it towards us, you would have to walk it towards like at least 300 Latin kids.
We'll see you in a little bit, okay? So we're here downtown Chicago in the famous little village on a special day, Mexican Independence Day, and we're here to explore what it's like to be a Latin king. And it's honestly a little bit scary because there's an active turf war going on between 3 rival Mexican gangs. I'm someone that is here for peace and uniting people. It's rumored that in Chicago alone, there are 10 to 20,000 Latin kings. And that's just one gang. That is a lot of people. We're gonna hit the streets.
26th Street, 28th Street, nigga, all day.
What are we celebrating today?
Nigga, Mexican Day, nigga. Independence, Mexican Independence.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, nigga.
A lot of people have been commenting, come to this place, but hey, you wanna join my gang? Big dogs gotta eat. We're nationwide, we're growing. We're actually worldwide. I get orders from all over the place and I love to see it. If you wanna join the coolest gang in the country, big dogs gotta eat.
We out here, little 26 with my niggas, little village, boy.
What is the celebration about today?
Shit, we out here Independence Day, you feel me? We out here celebrating our heritage.
I feel like important to everybody is that feeling of freedom and independence. Like it just gets your blood pumping. Like we were all born to be free and do what we want.
Yes, sir.
SDK, 28th Street.
Okay.
Thought I call it Bruce Wayne, bitch hit harder than Bane. Chief keep I go bang bang, keep a drum, don't gotta aim.
What you want, Tommy? Nigga, you know we at nigga 28th Street, no little city, nigga get with it, get whacked.
Where y'all from? Oh, nigga.
Right. What is this shit, nigga? No little city, nigga.
Get you kids.
Psycho killer key shit, boy.
What's the lingo around here?
The folks, you know what I'm saying? Big old SDK. All around here, big old SDK, you know what I'm saying?
There's a heavy police presence around
Hell
here.
yeah. They know shit, don't lead them. All they want is guns, you know what I'm saying?
I did some research. It looked like blocks that are right next to each other are kind of beefing.
Yeah, nah, ain't no blocks beefing. The only shit we don't fuck with is cross cow. You cross cow, you get it fucked over.
Is it possible you think to make peace?
Ain't no peace, man. F all that shit, man.
What is this area known for?
They say, what's this area known for?
Huh?
They say, what's this area known for?
What?
They say, what's this area known for? Know what it's known for, gang.
I'm from 25th, nigga. What's up? Borderline, California.
Go ahead.
Rockwell killer, 2-4 killer, nigga. Lazy Burns, nigga.
How much you have to make to be like, okay, I'm rich now?
You know to keep your family straight.
A lot of people are squeezed because grocery prices are going up. Everything's going up.
Hey, you gotta hustle through that shit. Go to work and make your bread.
What's gonna happen to that, you think?
Man, you never know. You ain't finna say too much. Hey, look, the hospital said talking about they was finna be out here, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'm just not built for it.
Yeah.
But I would get nervous if this is my life day to day.
Shout out Lil Wagger from Boulevard on gang, on California 20.
What he said?
I say y'all really talk a lot, y'all really body. Slide on my block and we catching a body. Me and Lil T, we like Jordan and Scotty. We hop out the car, you know it's a homie. Go ask around if you want no bomb. Whole lot of rounds if a nigga try to rob me. Glock in the box, got me feeling like Roddy. I need me a new bitch to ride for that body. I'm the class, he's there right beside me. Fuck it, tell me, don't spend with time. Fuck it, that you gon' aim at his body. While these niggas talking like they know about me. 2 glass while I'm on it to sleep inside. Niggas play stupid, we're screwed up the party. Bring me the bad.
Anything come through, we blowing the ass niggas out. Oh, butter. I'm praying for shit.
Hey, y'all gonna catch some action though. At 8 o'clock on bro, we gonna be out.
8 o'clock? Wait, at 8 o'clock tonight?
Yeah. What time is it?
7:30.
You want a vest?
You want a vest?
I got one in my trunk. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. They made a threat at a specific time that 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So when I do these videos, like it always stands out to me like how different someone's life experience can be. You can be an Amish guy that's with your farm and your goats, and then you can be living like this where like there's a bunch of kids. I mean, how old do you think the average kid is around
I'm
here?
23, 16, right?
I'm 17.
No.
I know 13-year-olds out here smoking.
Yeah. You guys have any Spanish words you could teach me about the area? Like, of all things you could be, what made you choose the street life?
I ain't choose the street life chose me.
What are the upsides to the street life and what are the downsides?
The upside is getting money, you know what I'm saying? The downside is ending up in a grave or a jail, you know what I'm saying? You don't want none of that shit come to you.
Do you know many people that's happened to?
Yeah, I got a couple cousins from my nigga Wicked.
What does your mother think about this?
My mother passed away, gang. I don't got a mother right now, I got a father right now. I lost both of them, gang, you know what I'm saying?
How old were you when that happened?
It was recently happened, 2 years ago. I lost my uncle last year and lost my daddy a couple years ago, the year before, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, man.
It's what it is, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go.
That loud kaboom got my heart rate up.
That's nothing until you hear coming towards you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What made you come into the street like this, shorty? At what age did you lose some people?
12 years old.
How did you see life after that, after losing somebody close to you?
That shit hurt. That shit made me want to push more and shit.
That's what comes with the lifestyle, for real.
You asking I got the drop. You should go and ask it that. You should go and ask it that. I don't even talk a lot. I don't even like to talk. You the type to talk it out. I'm the one to chalk it out. No, I like the chopper sound. I like the hawk it down. We don't shoot up on the whips. That's how they tend.
What's life like right now?
Man, shit crazy, gang. You feel me? Ain't no joke, gang. This shit real life in the mud, gang. You feel me?
Yeah, where we at, bro?
What made you choose this path?
Once you live in this hood, you know, it's all family. You don't choose this life.
Life chooses you?
Your life chooses you.
Do you have children yet? God damn it. I flinched on that one. So every few minutes, an explosion's been going off. You can just feel the energy in the air right now. It's a little, like people are expecting something to happen. And they say that in 15 minutes, there's gonna be a shootout. And that's the last thing I wanna be a part of. I always hope people can find a way to find peace and love and brotherhood in this world. And this shit is no joke. So we got a couple more minutes until we gotta head out. I heard at 8 o'clock shit's going down. And that's not something I want to be a part of.
I already know it.
So I'm gonna be out of here.
I got you.
If people tell me at 8 o'clock there's a shootout, guess what my instincts are? Get the out of here. That's my instinct.
Nah, the ops just know we out here because they know we be out here. You feel me? We outnumber them. They won't even think about pulling us down this block.
What's the initiation process to get into the squad?
We don't speak about that.
No, it's a secret.
We don't speak about that.
Can a white boy join?
Tommy 28th Street.
I'm not gonna make any
Tommy
simple
28th. Tell me what you got, gang. Man, talking about. What's up, gang? That's that shit.
We do this shit for real. What you talking about?
That's a wrap, folks. I'm going back to the safety of Milwaukee.
Hey, come back.
I appreciate that.
Come back.
I wish peace and prosperity for you guys.
This ain't nothing though. Come back.
There's very few times where I feel like we have to get the hell out of here. Do you feel that right now?
I'm feeling that right now.
That may have been the most reckless squad we've worked with yet. Did you guys feel a little nervous?
Yeah.
What the f?
Especially because they're spraying the...
I got a gun pointed at my face like 2 or 3 times. Oh, the ops are coming. Like, they were excited about it. Our plan was to meet with the OG that kind of runs things in this area, and we were just early to the party, so he hadn't popped out yet. But we can become so much in this life if you apply yourself the right way. Who am I to say that if I grew up here, surrounded by it? I mean, if ops are 2 blocks away, either way, you kind of have to join. Like, what are you gonna get beat up or bullied or bitched to not join? Like, even just the basic decency of not pointing a gun at somebody's face. Dog.
Man, they say you love, you're scared.
Yeah, dog. They said there's a shootout at 8 o'clock. I'm not trying to be a part of that shit.
That means like videotape.
They made a threat at a specific time that 8 o'clock.
Yes. Anything come through, we blowing the ass niggas out.
When you're in a really treacherous area, everyone is a potential threat. The mind doesn't relax. It's survival mode. Like, this isn't an environment where you're just, oh, I'm gonna read a scientific textbook and take notes and highlight it. I just hope these types of places become more stable and safe for everybody. And we'll see you guys next week.
We want no cowards in our camp, Only men prepared to die. Dick! Do your PK, right? Yeah! You PK!
This world thinks that we're a cult and that we're crazy and that we're criminals simply because we teach what Jesus Christ taught 2,000 years ago.
In 2024, with access to the internet, if you hate another group because of the color of their skin, you're a fool.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I want 100, let's go! Above your head! I imagine Shabbat! I imagine!
This brother has a shirt, this is IFCPK, and that's called Real Nigga University.
How come we're missing out on the push-ups? Don't you want to get drafted?
Yeah, get down and get some push-ups. Yeah. See, I just told a white man what to do. Oh, down.
These are the Black Israelites, and they've been designated as a hate group. They hate a lot of different types of people, but they reserve their highest level of hatred for gay people and white people. They believe that Jewish people are imposters and that they, the Black Israelites, are the true descendants of Israel and thereby the chosen people of God. Furthermore, they believe that when Black Jesus comes back for the rapture, that they will take over the earth and enslave the Caucasians and Asians. Now, they call themselves the Black Israelites, but probably because recruiting numbers were awfully low, they began to include Latinos and Native Americans under their umbrella. To better understand how these guys think and operate, I thought it would be a good idea to send the whitest guy in my crew, Keegan, to spend 3 days with them in Harlem, New York. What you will see in today's episode will be a combination of me personally meeting this faction of the Black Israelites and fly-in-the-wall footage from Keegan after he embedded with them a couple weeks previously. I'm genuinely perplexed on how people can hate each other in 2024, especially with things like internet access and most of us being able to learn from the ugly parts of human history. So let's unravel this mystery together, and buckle up folks, because this episode gets intense and confrontational.
The white man has gotten so good at just saying stuff and people believe it that he just says shit like, and everybody like
The so-called white man decides to be rich. What will the white man do to be rich? Anything.
I'm about the kingdom of heaven where black people rule instead of white. And we get to do all the wonderful things that white people did to us, we get to do it to them.
I tell the black man, you the greatest man that ever walked the face of the earth. And God loved you more than he loved the white man. God hate the white man because of what he did to you. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Morning. How are you, brother? Tommy.
Tommy
Yes.
C, right? Tommy Cooper?
Tommy G.
Tommy
yes.
G, I'm sorry, Tommy G.
Tommy Cooper might be nice though. We should probably go for that.
So Keegan's not coming today?
Keegan's parking.
He's parking, okay.
I can hardly park in New York. It's hard for me.
I know it's hard to park.
Where's Keegan?
Keegan, he's parking.
Okay, how are you?
Tommy.
What's going on?
Nice to meet you.
Don't disrupt what's currently happening, all right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I was invited. Yeah.
These are brothers who came out of the world. These brothers going through a process where you're purging the old man out of you to become the new man that you want to be. And that does not happen without pain.
Apparently they've been here since 6 a.m. I admire discipline, I admire dedication, and I admire people that are willing to wake up early and get after it.
This is the first day of Hebrew Academy for the year 2025. This is to help get brothers prepared to strengthen themselves physically, but also to keep them motivated to continue.
Hustle up, let's get back, come on.
What's up, brother? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
How are you?
I'm all right, yourself?
First, I gotta say, your fashion, man, is unbelievably on point right now.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Can you describe what you got going on?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna give you this visitor's pass. That way we don't whip your ass in.
Yeah, I was actually seeing if I could join.
No, you can't join.
Why is that?
Because you're not the race that we're allowed to join with.
What race you gotta be?
You gotta be one of the 12 tribes of Israel. In North Central and South America, they're primarily blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So if your father's like of Negroid descent, Native Indian descent, Dominican or something like that, then you could join in. But if he's not one of them, you can't join in.
What percent do I gotta have?
Your daddy just gotta be there, it's no percent. Even Jewish people say that you're Jewish according to your mother, but the Bible says it's according to your father. So like for us, Bob Marley is a white man.
Can you break that down for me?
Because if you ever look up Bob Marley's father, Bob Marley looks like his father in blackface. Because
so
Bob Marley's father
my
is
mom
white.
could be a beautiful black queen, but if my dad's white, I'm out.
That's right.
I'm gonna need your help reading one of these words, but can you say what that shirt says?
This brother has a shirt, this is ISCPK, and that's called Real Nigga University.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tommy.
How you doing?
How are you?
No problem. Now, a lot of people, of course, the word nigga has always been a derogatory term for black people in America. But this is also an identifying marker for who the children of Israel are in the Bible. When you go to the book of Acts 13, verse 1, they call Barnabas Niger, which is where nigga comes from.
How long did it take for you to acquire your real
nigga
status?
You can answer.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
It took me 90 days.
And what kind of training or certification did you undergo in your quest to become a real
nigga?
I attend class for 90 days, and then that's when I'm born again.
And what made you say, I want to become a real
nigga?
It was nothing out there for me to navigate to become and understand who I was and who I am. I looked at the word nigga as a negative term until I found out that it was an identity marker. You know, it's a shocker when you wake up and you find out that you're the descendants of Moses.
Was Moses a real
nigga? Hell yeah.
Was Jesus Christ a real?
The realest nigga.
Was Malcolm X a real?
No.
A real?
No. Malcolm X had a good spirit for brother. Hey, can I get my coffee?
Let's go, turn it up. You're moving too slow.
Malcolm X was
Hold on. Can I say something? Well, I was expecting your coffee to come straight black. And right now, that coffee has got some Caucasian mixed into it, brother.
This is a vintage.
This is allowed in this school and the real...
Yeah, real nigga university. Yeah, we drink coffee. This is oat milk shaken espresso, vanilla cinnamon foam.
Was vanilla?
Yeah,
Are you
cinnamon
appropriating
cold
my
foam.
culture right now?
Nah, but coffee can't integrate. The reason why I said Malcolm is not a real one is because Malcolm was trying to join us to the Arabs religion. Malcolm had the right spirit of brotherhood, but the wrong religion. So he was leading us to Islam. It's like Martin Luther King leading us to Christianity. So we don't like either one of them. Neither one of them are real niggas.
Wait, Martin Luther King?
You love Martin, don't you?
I think he was a good man.
Beautiful day in New York. You know, the sun's out. Lots of people zipping around.
This is a special occasion. Go ahead. Martin Luther King. All false apostles that have deceived many. You understand? They deceived so many people that you would think they actually were sent by God. Because so many people believed them. It's a sea of people that believe that Martin Luther King was truly a man of God. And if you are not careful, you will get caught up in that wave. And the march he had was so magnificent. And the statues of him, and he's on TV every day, they transform themselves into the disciples of Christ, but they're not.
I'm about anyone that wants to unite the people. So that's why I like Malcolm X. If you read
And
the
enslave us to y'all, right?
No. Let me reverse Uno card. You want to enslave us, right?
No.
You don't want white slaves?
This world thinks that we're a cult and that we're crazy and that we're criminals simply because we teach what Jesus Christ taught 2,000 years ago. Nothing else.
I want to see sets of 25. Y'all understand? Do y'all understand? You can't hear me out? I want to hear you. You understand? Sit-ups. Sit-ups. Sets of 25. Begin. Move. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sir.
I'm embarrassed by this entire thing.
Come on, sir.
Man and General Yohana had to be here and see these family men. These are family men. These are good husbands and daddies. Wasting their weekend with my cult. They will never be accepted into my cult ever.
Come on.
Wasting the weekend.
We train brothers to be physically fit, mentally fit, and spiritually fit.
What's the brand of martial arts we're learning right now?
Yad Karab, hand combat. Yad means hand, Karab means combat. Instructor, the brother in the middle with the stick hanging on his side, that's Captain Akad.
Does he ever whack people with the stick?
If he has to defend himself.
But not like, he doesn't, like if you do a wrong like karate chop, he doesn't whack you or anything?
Nah.
I look at Commander Yohana as like my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And he's done so many things. And he's the one that has led my quote-unquote father, which would be Captain Tazariak. I look at Cap as my father. Like you know, if I were to disappoint Cap, I feel pain. Like I never felt disappointment or being ashamed of doing something with my mom or my stepfather. But you know, growing up trying to shape myself into the person I am right now is because of Cap, and he learned from Commander Yohana. So you know, I look at Captain Tazariak as my father and Commander Yohana as my grandfather.
And also too, I have my
Well, I feel like I just broke through.
You ain't break through shit, man. You just filming. You just a white guy filming.
How come we're missing out on the push-ups? Don't you want to get drafted?
Yeah, get down and get some push-ups. Okay. See, I just told a white man what to do. Whoa. Down.
Now
you should take a picture. My slave. Get in position.
I'm not doing what Master says.
In the kingdom, when he says I'm not doing what Master says, that's what happens.
So you believe white people are destined to be slaves?
Facts. That's what God said. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
I've never put anyone in captivity. I've never enslaved anyone.
But your ancestors is why you benefit.
Actually, they did.
Where you from?
Poland. I came from the Polish poor farmers in South Dakota that didn't have shit, that came from Poland that didn't have shit, but also I don't believe in collectivism. I don't believe that. That would mean like if one black guy in Pennsylvania did something, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, you have to pay for the consequences. Someone that did something 200 years ago, just because you happen to look slightly like them, that is a dumb idea.
Nah. Thank you, Master T. Thank you, Master T. How happy are you right now? Master T. Master T. I don't want to do no more jumping jack. Master T. You feel better? You feel good?
No.
Does that make you feel better when I'm a slave?
No, but when my audience
what does that say
watches,
about you if you want me to be a slave? Master T.
To my audience
yeah,
or to your audience?
Master
to your
T.
audience, I'm not having compassion. To my audience, it's like he's getting prepared to be a good slave.
Master T, I'm recruiting for the Black Israelites. Neither of us technically qualify, but I think we can make an exception. Would you like to join?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
We could join them and we could be on their side. Otherwise, they're gonna enslave us, right? Would you enslave her too?
You're a Latino, right?
Yeah.
No, she's saved.
Oh, so she would be considered a Black
Yeah,
Israelite
she's one
too?
of us. Yeah, she's one.
I'm Latina, so that is part Black.
Yeah.
He wants to enslave me.
He wants to enslave you?
What do you think about that?
I said God wants to enslave his people for what they did to our people.
No, it's time to forget.
Every man wants to be like us.
Right.
And every woman wants to be married to us.
Right.
Because we're willing to suffer, to have pain. You are not. You should go home. You should go be with that one measly woman who's willing to be sexually deprived every day because she's married to you, and those children who are future drug addicts and whores. You should go be with them. You shouldn't be out here with my cult.
Do you think you can get my arms as big as yours?
I mean, I don't know. I might, we can see. I don't know. Give me 50. Like he gonna serve. He can serve. Like he good to serve.
We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, only let their colors fly. Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. Go! We want no cowards in our camp, and we let them colors fly. Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, Let's go! Prepared. Let's go! Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, that'll let their colors fly. Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. Ooh. Let's go! No cowards in our camp, that'll let their colors fly. Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. Right.
I don't qualify because of my non-black status. These are the. Do you want to join?
Of course not.
Why not?
Why not? Because I'm the same as you.
They want to enslave us. That would be restoring it to paradise.
Oh, okay.
Fellas, any interest in joining?
Nah. There's certain things where slavery still plays a part because we're all in the system. I feel like everybody's a number. We live in certain areas where in reality it's segregated. And I personally feel like there is slavery still.
I imagine Shabbat. I imagine. Slap to it. Oh, God. Push up position. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You guys have been labeled as a hate group.
Yes, we have.
Are you a hate group?
It depends on who you ask because we love blacks, Latinos, Haitians, Dominicans, Mexicans, Guatemalans, Panamanians.
Do you hate white people?
God hates white people.
Do you hate white people?
I can only hate white people because God hates white people.
So you do through the shield of God?
I do through my father. Like I hate what my father hates.
Sir, would you say you hate whites?
What I hate is the crimes that were committed against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what I hate.
Do you hope that I'm enslaved one day?
Well, the Bible says that, the nations that, came up against the nation of Israel will have to serve out their punishment in due time.
but you know, the Lord will make that determination.
How would you diagnose the current state of Black America right now?
You know, we got work to do, of course, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we out here. Commander General Yohana gave us the mission to go out here and bring our brothers and sisters out of this hell that we live in called America. As long as we do that, we got work to do.
If you could broadcast a message to every Black man in America, what would you tell them?
To have brotherhood and sisterhood, come back to the laws of God, keep the commandments. That's what I would tell them.
Are you guys segregationists?
Segregationists, yeah. Why not?
Has that ever played out poorly in history, would you say?
White people are segregationists.
I don't know any. I literally don't know one white person that wants segregation. Here's the truth. In 2024, with access to the internet, if you hate another group because of the color of their skin, you're a fool. Sorry.
And what's the reason? It's not the color of their skin, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's their actions. It's what they do. If it was color of the skin, you heard me earlier say Bob Marley is white. You heard me earlier say we don't like Africans either for the very reason. When somebody commits crimes, you don't think about their color. You think about what they did to you.
Keegan, let me ask you something. In the 48 hours you've been around, have you been mistreated?
No.
Did we feed you?
Oh yeah.
Did you get some water?
Yeah.
We gave him some water. Right. We gave him some food. He came around. He gonna go home to his family. One white man came into a black church and nobody went home to their family. We are the most compassionate people on earth. And don't get it twisted. Keegan, I still want to see your nation burn. We gotta take care of us before we take care of someone else.
My question would be is, why do white people feel the need to be loved by black people?
I would say unity for everyone. I think we should all love each other. Every American, every human on earth, we should love each other. I think that's a pretty good goal.
If I loved you, how would it even really improve the average black person?
Listen, I'm not the one standing in Times Square yelling they hate white people, so that's why I'm asking about it.
If we scream love, how would it help?
The world would be a better place if we loved each other more.
Hey, I did want you to ask my general, my leader, if you had a couple questions.
Yes. Hello, General.
If I could, this is Commander General Yohana. This is the leader of ISUBK, the organization that I'm in. This is Tommy that came to do a documentary, and of course I wanted to bring him to you, sir, to ask you a couple questions. I don't know what he's gonna ask you.
Yeah,
but I just
it's all fine. It's all good.
What's your mission? What are you about?
I'm about the kingdom of heaven, where black people rule instead of white. And we get to do all the wonderful things that white people did to us, we get to do it to them.
Such as?
You tell me. What have white people done to black people?
Oh, what time period are we talking?
Any time period.
Recently?
Any time period.
Yeah, I gave a guy like a handshake and a hug yesterday, so maybe that qualifies?
Could qualify, possibly. What else? Well, let's talk about the bad things that you did, though.
Are we talking about slavery?
Oh, are you talking about slavery? Are you mentioning slavery as one thing?
I feel like that's a key subject around here.
I agree with you. Slavery is one. You gobbled up the world, and we seek Christ's kingdom for a day that our roles reverse. The scriptures say this, that let the saints sing aloud on their bed with a two-edged sword in their hand to bring their kings into fetters of iron. So we seek the day that the changing of the guard comes.
See, we seek the Lord for our revenge. Right. People harm us and do evil things to us, that happens. But we know how to get them back. We know just how to get revenge on people. And in the UPK, we believe in revenge. We believe in revenge. We believe in justice. The difference is we know how to actually get it done.
There was a movie, 12 Years a Slave, but it sounds like you're asking for 2,000 years a slave.
Well, I'm asking for whatever God wants. And God wants you to serve twice what we serve.
You honestly believe that God wants slavery?
Can I show it to you?
Sure.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
And you're familiar with the Bible, right? So you know this is John the Revelator seeing a vision. And God is giving him a message. And he's saying for God's people to come out of her. You know who the her is? The her is the whore of Babylon. The empire that brought in all the Babylonian witchcraft of the ancient Babylonian empire. That empire is America and the European world.
You may not be partakers of her sins.
See what God said? We gotta not be partakers of your sins. Like you see how
where is that yours?
Partakers of her sins.
And her sins
is the daughter of Babylon. Right.
And that you're connecting to white people somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though this was written 2,000 years before America became
That's
real.
the beauty of prophecy.
And that you receive not of her plague.
And that you receive not of her plague. Meaning this daughter of Babylon, this her that he's talking about, is about to be plagued horribly in this earth.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Because her sins, the evils that have been done by this empire, called her in Revelation, have reached all the way to heaven, meaning God sees them and God is angry at them and God wants to do something about them.
And God had remembered her iniquities.
And he's remembered all the things that she's done over time.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
This is important. He said, reward her, the her, even as she rewarded you. How did she reward us? She rewarded us with what you brought out. One thing was slavery.
You believe that's a reward?
That's why he's saying reward her even as she rewarded you.
It says, and double unto her, double according to her works.
According to her works, give her twice as much.
I think if you were to look at that text, it sounds like if someone gave you and rewarded you with something, to be more generous, twice as generous with it. That's a very positive, nice, community-driven quote. And instead, you guys, I would say you guys are very similar to the Ku Klux Klan, which is you've taken obscure texts and warped them into ways that create hate.
What seminary school did you go to?
The School of Rationality.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Because I went to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and received my PhD in the knowledge of the truth. See, that's the problem with the white. Listen, the white man has gotten so good at just saying stuff and people believe it that he just says shit like, and everybody like,
Who came up with this interpretation?
Who came up with this? Great scholars who
before you.
Oh, before me. I did everything you hear me say. I created none of it. This is not created by me.
Would you say you're a happy man?
I would say that I cannot stop being happy. There's nothing greater than to have your eyes open to the real world that you live in. It's not a personal thing with you. I don't know you. I don't hate you because you're white. I don't look at you like, oh, he's a white man. I don't look at any of that. But your people have committed crime. I mean, global crimes. And here's the thing. Our people have been taught that even though you've done these crimes, we should think, like you said, practical, not think how God said. You should be punished, shouldn't you? No. For the things, I mean your people, for the things that your people have done, shouldn't they be punished for?
I don't believe in collective guilt from 200 years ago.
You don't believe in collective guilt?
It's a terrible idea, and if you look at it in practice and history, it's a very bad idea.
Let's say it's a bad idea.
They do it in North Korea. I don't know if you want to move there, but it's pretty bad.
Let's say it's a bad idea. Is it just?
No.
What's wrong with punishing a man for
something
what he
you
did?
didn't do? I'm going to punish you because someone in your family did it. That's a bad idea, isn't it?
You just did it the other day. You just locked up some guy.
Who's me? I didn't lock up anybody.
Meaning your people. You're a part of your people, aren't you? You are an American, aren't you?
Though.
It's not you're like not really American, or?
No, I'm a total American. I love America.
Okay.
But it's not like all white people are on some similar page of like, what are we doing next today? Like, why are you so obsessed with punishing a white guy?
You know why?
Why not just live your own life?
You know why? You know why?
Yeah.
Because I lived my whole life watching white people punish black people. I spent my entire life watching all of my friends be dragged out of cars, beat up by cops, assaulted by white cops, murdered. Show me a black area where there's no white people.
I mean, Milwaukee. Milwaukee's one of the most segregated cities in the country. Yeah.
When you go to the black side of Milwaukee, who owns the real estate there?
Mostly like Indian and Arab guys.
Indian and Arab guys. So not black people.
Some, but not a lot.
It's the black people, but they don't own all of it.
Correct.
Who owns the utility?
We Energies, the utility company.
Which is who?
I wouldn't say that's white people.
No, you wouldn't.
You want to be rich. You cannot decide to be rich like our oppressor, the so-called white man, decides to be rich. What will the white man do to be rich? Anything. He has no morals. He has no code of conduct. The ends justify the means when it comes to the so-called white man. He'll poison the entire planet Earth. He'll make Facebook addictive simply so that he can make more money.
Why don't you start a company?
Here's the amazing part about starting a company.
Yeah, like anyone can do it. Literally anyone around the world can come to America and start
starting a black company is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Here's the problem with it. Your people, being the monsters that they are, will destroy it.
You feel like you're kind of using some excuses to not just advance your own life?
I'm using the recent history.
You don't know any black millionaires that are doing really good for themselves?
There are black billionaires in America. Can they help black people? What happened to Kanye West?
Because he spoke out against Jewish folks.
Oh, so you can help black people if you shut your goddamn mouth. Is that what you're saying? See, I thought we was equal, see?
We are.
I thought we thought it was equality, you know what I mean?
I think we're in agreement, and most people on the planet are, that what black Americans went through in slavery, and slavery all around the world, was an abomination, one of the worst things that humans have ever done to each other. But where we differ is I happen to believe it shouldn't be repeated.
But you do believe it should be fixed, correct?
Of course,
Now,
I feel like it has been, yeah.
Well, you believe it has been fixed, we don't. Now here's the thing, if that's the case, no problem. Why not give us, the slaves, the choice? What if you turned around and said, you know what? We'll give you the portion of the United States that you built and worked for percentage-wise, and we'll let you start your nation. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about black people saying, you know what? We want 5 states in the United States to make our own country. Would that be wrong?
Should we just divide it by population? The Chinese are 3% of the United States. You guys get one state.
The Chinese didn't suffer slavery like us. Don't mix us with the Chinese. The Chinese didn't have chains on them and brought over here in cargo ships, see? That's a white man thing.
There's a possibility that we might have a second black president in a couple of months. What do you think about that?
I didn't know there was a black president on the ballot. Who are you talking about?
Some might say Kamala Harris would be the...
Some might say that. What does Black America say?
What does Black America say?
Black America says that Kamala Harris's mother is an East Indian. Kamala Harris's father's father is a white slave owner.
That's right.
Kamala Harris's father, who's a Marxist and a communist, is who taught Kamala Harris. If you're going to put a black person in the White House, don't shame us by giving us somebody who's really of another identity and just has dark skin. Barack Obama was another example.
But we thought Obama was going to be Jesus. And when Obama got in office, he legalized same-sex marriage. Now all you see is gays just running around when every gay person has been molested. And that's what made them gay. Nobody is born gay. Life makes you gay. The pressure that does that makes you gay. You don't believe me? Saucy Santana just came out with a book. And Saucy Santana is a gay rapper, a popular gay rapper. And then he wrote his book that said he was passed around from house to house by his cousins. And that's what made him gay.
Barack Obama was not black?
Hold on a second. Barack Obama was definitely not black. His mother was white and his father was from Africa. An African nation, by the way.
Barack Obama was not black.
You know what it means to be black?
What does it mean to be black?
It means that you are part of the slaves who came over here in cargo slave ships, who were put into slavery, came out of slavery, you understand? Came out of slavery, and then turned around and began to be a part of society. We don't consider some dark-skinned person from India or from somewhere else to be black.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, General. One more question. If you could broadcast a message to every black man in America, what would you say?
Separate from white people quickly, because they're going to drag you into the Third World War and destroy your lives further.
Would you recommend any black people join the military?
I would recommend that all blacks and Latinos leave the military. We fought in all of your wars. Have we even gotten a level playing field in which to prosper on? We have not. So why should we now go and die in another war, and the greatest of wars, for you to acquire more land, for you to steal the Palestinians' oil, for you to steal Lebanon's oil? Why should we die for that?
Hey, Daddy, can we start another war and take Yemen, please? Okay, thank you. All right, I'll see you for crumpets this afternoon. All right, goodbye.
Like, why should we die
don't
for that?
season the chicken when I get home for dinner, guys. All right, bye-bye.
It was good talking to you.
Pleasure. Honestly, to be invited here and hang out with you guys, I think you guys are fascinating. I like the organization. I think the discipline, the exercise, the togetherness, I think I'm a really big fan of. The whole like enslaving white people part, I feel like if you forgot that, I feel like you'd get a lot more members and that you'd be a very powerful movement.
For all that's done to black people by white people over the years, could you really respect us if we loved the people that did all this to us?
You know how I think the biggest fuck you could give to white people if you feel that way is to fucking go out, start a ton of businesses, acquire real estate together, acquire assets, acquire corporations, build it, and then you'll have true power.
How do you know we haven't done that already?
Do you?
Have we?
I would guess because...
We would never tell a white man.
I would tell most people don't. Okay. The cool thing about this life is you can choose what to believe in, you can choose what to invest your time in, and I think people are fascinating. We have all sorts of beliefs around the world, and this is one of them. This was a look inside the Black Israelites. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. When I Google statistics about Phoenix, it doesn't come out as like one of the most dangerous places. How do you guys explain that?
Something happened out here, bro. Don't nobody give a f. You feel me? It's like a dead zone out here. Ain't nobody really make it out this.
I could do it closer from the 3, I feel like KD.
The Cactus Boys are a gangster rap crew hailing out of Phoenix, Arizona. These guys grew up in a hood that has had an active gang war since the 80s, where you'll find the Southside Posse Bloods battling it out with the Happy Homes Locos. And this is a beef that is still alive and well today. Cactus Boys CBE, Lito, and Lean hit the streets at 10 years old after they dropped out of elementary school. Lito grew up sleeping on the floor in a house he shared with 6 siblings, so for him, making it in the rap game is about survival. And if you scroll through the news stories of the neighborhood the Cactus Boys are in, you'll see shootings, robberies, and the gang task force unit making regular visits. So without further ado, let's head to Phoenix, Arizona and meet the Cactus Boys. Alright folks, today we are meeting the Cactus Boys, a crew that's been catching my attention for over a couple years now, and I'm excited to finally go to their block and see what it's about. A bunch of Latino dudes, face tattoos, guns, and really live music videos. We are just about a mile out, and I have to say this looks pretty nice. This doesn't jive in what I pictured with all the guns and tattoos, but this might be the line right here. And if you think about it, these are the places that the majority of rap music we listen to comes from. Even if an artist has made it out of those places, that's still their main inspiration to rap and speak about. It might be a wild one today, so let's get into it.
Affiliated with the gangsters and the logos. No bitch, you cannot get no photos.
Tell them where we're at right now.
Shit, right now we on Southside CB SM100 block. You know what it is? Corner Boys.
How you guys doing? What's up? Thanks for having me. Appreciate meeting you guys. Chino. What's up, guys? What's up? Guys, I got a question for you. I was listening to the music on the way here. What is a honcho?
I want honchos. I don't want the bitch. I want honchos. That's that money. That's that bread. That's that pay.
Chasing vans. And what's a torta?
A torta. Well, I love fat. A torta.
So to someone that's never met a torta, how would you describe it to the people back home?
Thick and juicy.
That's that juicy. It's pretty good. Y'all need to try it. If y'all never had a torta, try it.
Sabroso?
Sabrosa.
Who speaks Spanish here?
Aquí.
Everybody here.
Everybody here.
Is Spanish something you want to keep teaching your kids and your kids and your kids?
Yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna teach you, Spanish.
You have a chain that's a taco. Where can I get? That might be bling I'm gonna invest in. Where can I find one of those?
I got you, man. My boys make them right here, man. A custom jeweler.
Oh yeah? I've seen a lot of bling in my day. I would say that's up there in the top 3 for coolest bling I've seen. Oh, PD.
That's the third one.
Pizzo, what is the origin story of CBE? Like, how did this all start?
It's just a couple of young little homies thugging it out in the street. You feel me? We just created CBE. That's just how it came.
And who created the crew?
Me, Lean, and Lito.
Is this a sketchy spot, or does it get a lot sketchier than this?
Man, we got this shit under control. Ain't nothing sketchy on this side, the big side.
I mean, have you ever gone downtown to the Zone before? I'm in the middle of the Zone in Phoenix.
What y'all fucking feel?
Hundreds of tents and people living here, doing life, and we're here to explore. I've been threatened by homeless people there, and sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable. Most hoods I've been to, people like Trump. Now that he's in office, what do people think now?
They say fuck Trump.
Why do you say that?
Just fuck Trump, I don't like him.
Did you think fuck him before he got in office?
Fuck any president, they saw corruption.
Is there something particular about Trump that you're like, dude, what are you doing, like, that you would address?
Well, the terrorists to start with, it's fucking all of us, bro. Grocery prices are up.
Pretty much every hood I went to before the election, the guys in the streets were supporting Trump.
I can vote. I vote for Trump.
Trump 2024.
We need Trump.
Hey, I'm against for Trump.
I fuck with Trump.
They don't like Trump because he said the truth. When you speak the truth, they'll try to get rid of you.
And now that he's in office, I'm curious if the perception of him has changed. A lot of street guys watch this channel, so guys, let me know in the comments what you think about Trump and how he's doing in his first year of office. He's a guy that kind of lives in his own reality in a way. Like, it's always the best, it's always the greatest.
He's in his own world.
That boy f***ed up everything over here.
Did you vote for him?
Hell no. He tripping.
Hey, he did. He got a half
tripping.
Trump, too.
Hey, Trump.
Did any of you guys say, hey, I thought he was gonna do good, but he's not?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do good, but nah, Trump everything up.
What's up, big dog? What's on your mind right now?
Oh, my mind right now is just to get it, man. Show Arizona love. We got the bacon wrapped hot dogs, doggy style dogs on Instagram.
Doggy style dogs. That's a wild name, dude.
Shit, you know, Pizzo put me on, so. We're gonna serve the whole hood. Everybody's coming respectable, and we're just pushing positivity. Man, this is a trip. Watch out. Like, watch out, because the Cactus Boys are coming, and we're stomping on shit. Look at the dog. Get the dog over here. Shit. Doggy style dogs. We keep it dogged up.
What up, baby? You know what it is. Big Southside CBE 100. Gang, we up in this motherfucker.
Are you gonna be getting a hot dog before we go?
Nah, bro, I'm vegetarian, bro. I don't eat meat. Everybody else could, though. Yeah, actually, bro.
What made you do that?
Shit, it's I don't know, bro. It's a lot, bro. Like, eating dead flesh, you feel me? Animals gotta suffer type shit. There be worms and parasites and fucking cancers and the motherfucking pigs, and they don't even say nothing. They just cut that shit out, and they'll still package it and serve it to you, so.
Are cholos still a thing in culture right now, or is that an older generation?
It's the only thing that's here, as far as I'm concerned.
Are young guys still cholos?
It's actually coming out. It's coming back. It's got it going on in Japan. It got it going on. It's popping everywhere.
So Chicana, what does that mean?
Born here.
And Paisa, what does that mean?
Born over there.
What do you think different about this new generation? Do you think they're more reckless than when you were growing up?
I don't be out there like that. I'm a businessman now.
Yeah, but if you compare it to when you were a kid to when they were kids.
Wow, it was wild in the 90s, bro. Wild in the 90s, yeah.
What intrigues me about Phoenix is this. Usually rough, crime-ridden areas make good music. After all, Phoenix is a hotspot for drug trafficking, prostitution, and is one of the major veins in the cartel smuggling routes. However, the greater Phoenix metro is also home to a large percentage of retirees that are just trying to play golf and get some sun on their old bones. I guess what confuses me is Arizona and Phoenix have a relatively weak music scene, while culturally similar Texas and Cali have a very strong, in particular, Latino music scene. Why is that?
For me, it's just style. For me, because all the OGs, my tios, that's what they was. That's what they all were for me. So you got tattoos, you a Mexican, they automatically they look at you like you a cholo.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
For me, it's just everyone likes to stereotype a lot. For me, it's just tattoos and all that. Sometimes some do gangbang and all that, some don't. But for me, once they see someone tatted up with all that, oh, he's a gangbanger, he's a cholo. For me, I don't think it's a good thing. It's just.
Are there any stereotypes you believe in?
I still believe in white privilege and all that.
Tell me about it.
Like, for me, because like.
Is there an experience or a feeling you can tell people about? Like a part where you felt like people are on the same level or I'm being treated different?
I got in a little some altercation with a white boy, for me, and he pressed charges on me, for me, and then the charges got against me, but nothing happened to him. For me, so like, I don't know, I just think everyone, they be doing all that, but I still believe in that shit for sure.
Tell the people who we're talking to right now.
Hey, CB Lean, Cactus Boys, CB, you know what it is, man. We're right here on the 100 block, right here in the neighborhood. Good vibes, we ready for this shit.
You guys are really bubbling right now. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? And what's your name, man?
My name Lito.
Lito? Okay, so you guys are the three main Cactus Boys, right?
Yeah, Pizzo, Lito, CB Lean.
And who invented this?
All of us.
Oh, no. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, baby. There's some interesting construction going on right here. Is this a new technique that the contractors are using?
Some people, the city of Phoenix brought it like that.
Yeah. Man, I wonder if they made a mistake when they installed this thing.
He said, I wonder if they made a mistake.
Someone's got to get on the phone with city council and see what's going on with that.
That's perfect.
So did you guys all grow up right around here?
Yeah, a lot of us grew up right here, literally running around, bad as fuck, dirty, riding bikes, fucking learning how to ride your bike right here on the block and shit, falling off, all types of shit.
What was your childhood like?
Everybody went to school. Shit, speaking for me, That shit was the best. If I could go back, I wouldn't change anything. Cause
outside, riding bikes, getting dirty, having fun.
Playing basketball, soccer, I used to play any sport, gang. I just wanted to go outside, have fun. Mom used to say, come home before the lights turn off, but we should stay out later and shit. Yeah,
that's the perfect childhood, I feel like. Because a lot of kids right now have the tablets, the screens.
Nah, we was outside. I was scraping my knees up, getting stitches, all types of shit. We was riding bikes. Everybody was out here, play basketball right here and shit.
What do you think about the screens with kids right now, that they're on screens from an early age? What do you guys think about that?
Shit, I don't let my kids be having the tablet like that, I ain't gonna lie.
That shit is like an obstacle, man. That's a distraction, to be honest. It's better to be like, they young though, you know, it's 2025, but it is better to be outside and doing shit.
I've met 2 billionaires now on this job. Both of them, one thing I noticed, no phone usage whatsoever. Like, they're always very present, very dialed in. They're never just scrolling on TikTok. And I was like, okay, that makes sense to me. So what's one of the biggest hurdles you have to overcome right now in this process of blowing up?
Shit, the sacrifices, but you take that big risk, you feel me? Risk takers, gang.
What kind of sacrifice are we talking?
Shit, everything that come with it, basically. We basically put our life on the line for this shit. Most dangerous job in the world, you know? And everybody ain't gotta be a rapper or anything, bro. You could be something else, but...
I've heard it brought up a lot that rapping is the most dangerous job there is. But is that true? Officially, logging is listed as the country's most dangerous job, but let's look at the numbers. In 2018, 56 men lost their life on the job as a logger. Now, to me, it's almost guaranteed that many, many, many more rappers die every year than that. Now, maybe we're not talking about A-list rappers on tour, but definitely lots of local rappers are getting smoked every single year. And according to one study I saw, rappers have a life expectancy of under 30, which is insane. So I think it could be argued that rapping is America's most dangerous job.
Do you feel like when people start getting some success in a city that there's a lot of people that all of a sudden start appearing and asking them things, and you have to be careful of who you trust?
I mean, it's been like that before you become a rapper. It's like that every time, you know, with everybody. Like, people ask you for stuff, or people come around when they see you doing good, but not come around when you're doing bad. Like, it's a lot of stuff that come with it, yeah.
So what's been on your mind these days, big dog? I feel like you're a thinking man.
The biggest thought on my mind is, you know, money. That's all I be thinking about. Shit, fuck all the other bullshit, you know?
So how much money you have to get to be like, I made it, or I feel good about it?
Shit, once I could take my people out of here, you feel me? I feel like I made it, you know? It ain't even about me, it's about my people at the end of the day.
When I Google statistics about Phoenix, it doesn't come out as like one of the most dangerous places. Is there unreported violence, or do you think, how do you guys explain that?
Shit, I say, bro, we just don't got like a mainstream like that, you feel me? Like, if some going in like another state that's like really popping like that, you see that shit on your phone, you feel me? You'll hop on your phone and you'll see that shit, you feel me? Like, it's the local news, you feel me? Something happening out here, bro, don't nobody give a fuck, you feel me? It's like a dead zone out here, ain't nobody really make it out this bitch, you feel me?
And are you guys doing a music video tonight?
Yo, we finna shoot some raw shit.
What's the name of the song you guys are launching?
Change Me.
Is there another location you guys are trying to bounce to?
Oh yeah, let me show you Central.
Yes.
Let me just show you.
I went and hit a lick and I did it with no man. I was smacking on that ass.
Hey, you just zoom in from here, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to go right to the main street, man.
It's all central right here.
That shit gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man, that's
Central and South Mountain though, you feel me?
Hey, these apartments weren't here, bro. Like a year ago, they barely built.
Yeah, they used to be a field.
So this place is getting gentrified a little bit?
Yeah, got a train and shit.
Yeah, try, you feel me?
How do I make CBE? How do I do it?
So you can do it however you want to, bro. I spell it out. We spell that motherfucker out, you know, CBE, you feel me?
Everybody got a pole, we gon' bust those. I've been touching on my barrel without touch hoes. The only time I stay behind is when she touch those. See them niggas on that side, you can't touch those.
This looks like a goddamn parade.
Oh, man.
Holy. Who are rappers you guys look up to?
Shit, Tupac, fucking Biggie, everybody. I look up to a lot of people. I fucking Dirk, I fucking Youngboy, everybody, bro.
So what's the goal for this year?
We trying to go viral.
We got a website coming out, merch, clothes for like girls, kids, everything.
So what do you think the formula is to blow up nowadays?
Shit, your shit gotta be fire, bro.
Don't be like everybody else. And don't be scared to do it. If you gonna do it, do that shit.
We got to go hang out with a SWAT team in Florida a couple months ago, and we talked to the head sheriff, and he said he hates rap music because he feels like it's ruining his community. What do you think? What would you say to a guy like that?
Don't get me started, because I got a playlist in my car of real rappers, real artists who knew how to produce
and they did more than mumble. They talked about killing people with their lyrics, with their rhymes. Eric B. and Rakim, they were amazing. LL Cool J. The new stuff is weird to me. I can't even listen to it. Problem with it is they're talking about real things that have impacted real families.
I ain't gonna lie, gang. Rap music ain't for everybody, you feel me?
So if you could afford any house you want, what type of area you want to live in? On a lake, on a mountain?
Shit, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably go to like Colorado or something, bro, or like Utah or something.
Do you guys feel like there's a breakthrough happening right now with Mexican rappers?
Fuck yeah.
Because for a while there weren't a lot of really big ones. Like SPM was big, but then he had his thing where he went away, and then it took a few years. But now it feels like there's a lot of guys breaking through right now.
Yeah, I feel like we is getting a lot of more recognition. I mean, that shit hard, bro, because we hard too, you know what I mean? We saying we all people, bro. We just trying to tell our story, y'all tell your stories.
One question I've been asking a lot is why aren't there more popular Latino rappers in the United States? Latinos make up 20% of the population, but they're nowhere near 20% of the top names in rap. I mean, just take Chicago, for example. 30% Latino, but no major Latino rappers coming out of the city, just underground guys like Baby 8 and Smiley. A common criticism I've heard is that a lot of Latino gangster rappers seem to be imitating the black drill artists around them. Meaning if we take this a step further, if people are looking to watch something that resembles black drill music, why not just watch it straight from the source? But I think there's more to it than that. So what's going on here? Why do you think there aren't more Latino rappers that have broken into the mainstream?
One controversial question I've seen is like some black people are like, why are Mexicans saying the N-word? I don't agree with that. What do you guys think about that?
Hey, this a black and Mexican hood right here, bro. Straight up.
Me and you.
Yeah.
We ain't went in there. I ain't even worried about that shit, bro. That's just how we talk, literally. I'm not gonna change it for nobody, you know what I mean?
Hey, right now we're going to the hood store, gang.
This shit, bro. I used to watch this shit little as hell. I used to walk up here with like $1. I get a fucking Lucas, a little fucking sucker, all types.
This what the air smell like in Phoenix though. It smell like straight fentanyl. The oxygen out here come with fentanyl. Yeah, we right here in the hood store though, right here.
Fuck the fatty wild, man.
Tell me this all store.
Every time I come outside, I got them choppers out. He ain't wanna drop location, we at his mama house. Every time I count the chicken, I got lungs out. And if it ain't about no business, bitch, you not allowed.
Shit, y'all need some motherfucking blacks.
Ultra. It's the best beer, gang.
I need something cool, you feel me? Man, chase it down with some liquor, you feel me?
I don't know if y'all can see it, but you point the camera over there. You from the south side? You from Arizona, wherever? You know what them lights is. South Mountain, right here on Central. Hey, y'all ready to push?
Hey, wait, let's get a scene right here.
Yeah, let's get a first scene.
If you take one, I'ma take two. You can play dumb, I can play too. All the fake love made me hate you. If twins say it's up, I just say who. How I hit it, baby, when my heart froze. I did some things that only God knows.
How y'all doing? What's up, man? What's up?
Like your music video.
You guys like it? Yeah. Yeah, bro. What's up? I love the love, bro.
Hey, Key, hey, Steve, they trying to take a photo of us, gang.
¿Tiene una foto? ¿Cómo están? Oh, si quieren la podemos tomar aquí, o como sea.
She can get in with us.
Hazte más para acá, mira. Vente. Muchas gracias. Tengan buena noche. Hey. Hola.
She said you guys want an ice cream, you guys.
An ice cream? Oh, we're good right now. No, estamos bien ahorita. Muchas gracias. ¿Cómo le está yendo? Sí.
Ya ves que por años estoy aquí.
Sí, no, es lo que le estaba diciendo, que nos miró desde chiquito.
So, the sun is set, it's getting darker, sticks are coming out. It's definitely, I feel things are about to start happening around here. Get a little wild, which is, we like to live on the wild side. That's part of the channel's motto is find our way into the nooks and crannies of the universe that are out there and interesting and unique. To me, what I love about this channel is we go on so many little side missions and adventures, and it's gonna be different every single week. One day we're with a SWAT team, next day we're the billionaire, next day we're the gangster rap crew, and it's a dream job. So thank you guys for joining on this journey, but stay tuned. Things are about to get real with these Cactus Boys out here.
Everybody get over here, gang. We're gonna need it. Hey, I know what's going on, man. I got the motherfucking. Hey, everybody get behind us. Hey, Bill,
all this shit I'm going through, I never let it change me. I am not your average, I've been thugging since a baby. I could do it closer from the 3, I feel like KD. You gon' get the switching up, it really don't amaze me. Thought you was my brother and just look how you betrayed me. Everything we did, I can't believe this how you paid me. Sorry for my sins, Lord, tell me, can you save me? I'm riding with the glizzy cause I heard it.
All right, folks, this was an inside look at Phoenix finest, the Cactus Boys.
Shout out my boy Tommy for pulling up to the big old ass end. CBE
Shit,
gang.
legendary,
100 block gang.
Right here,
gang.
Straight from the block, man. Live from the trenches. You already know, man. From the south side of Phoenix, man. First Avenue South Mountain on the block. You already know what it is. Got my nigga Tommy G out here. Live from the block.
Don't get no better.
We've seen this situation spiral out of control during the past 5 years. It's a complex problem, and the city's plan isn't working. It's impacting businesses, residents, and the hundreds here on the streets.
Seeing this just makes me like so sad. And when you're using, you don't realize it. It really like opens your eyes to just how bad it really is.
That's really zombie land. Nothing but zombies walking around. That's really their world over there. You ever hit Mass Ave? That's geeker land.
Felt alive my first total crack. Imagine that. When karma attacks, you allow your pregnant girlfriend to go and lay on her back. Detoxing them cold shakes. Man, it made my soul break. Rotten teeth, I can see my skull in my own face.
Right here was showing through my skin.
I got started when I was 10. By 12, I was smoking crack and doing dope.
I've been selling drugs since I was like 12.
These people are people. Some of these are like the nicest, greatest people. They just had like really bad trauma or really bad losses in life or just bad luck.
It's a demon. He's one hard motherfucker to cast away.
Perhaps no place in America better exemplifies the opioid epidemic than Boston's Methadone Mile. Each morning, hundreds of addicts line up at methadone clinics to get their dose, hoping today won't be the day that they relapse. In the 90s, Big Pharma flooded the market with pain pills, getting millions hooked and walking away with billions in profit, all while facing little to no consequences. But the aftermath of what they did is still visible in the streets of Boston today. In this open-air drug market, crack, fentanyl, meth, and xylazine habits are as cheap as a few dollars a day. And here in these streets, people are trapped in a grim and brutal cycle of addiction. In this story, we'll peel back the layers, speaking to people from Harvard doctors to people selling crack, and from the addicts fighting for survival to those who have escaped their addiction and now work to help others. Furthermore, we aim to uncover the deeper question of how Methadone Mile came to be. As we unravel this mystery, we'll reveal how a single failed infrastructure project may be a key factor behind the hundreds now living in the streets of Boston. Welcome to the side of Boston you've never seen before. If there's any place in America that has been affected by the opioid crisis, this has to be one of the ground zero spots. So something interesting in history, guys, is that way back in the day, Boston had a very booming opium trade. And actually that's one of the main hospitals in the area of Methodone Mile, Mass General. The endowment was funded by the opium traders. And we got a lot of Chinese folks addicted to opium. Fast forward to today, now Chinese fentanyl is flooded our streets, and the very hospitals that were created from that wealth of the opium is now being used to help fight fentanyl addiction. So it's interesting the parallels of history, how it weaves and ebbs and flows. The first guy we're going to meet with is a guy by the name of Eric, who also goes by his rapper name Exit Fame. By day, he's a recovery specialist that helps people navigate their own addiction and get better, and by night, he's an artist, he's a rapper. He's actually on tour right now.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, guys. Good. What this is, this area, this is what they called it: Mass Ave, Mass and Cass, Methadone Mile. This is a halfway house right here. It houses like 90 guys. A lot of craziness happens in there. I've been to a lot of halfway houses myself. I've been out here, stuff like that, but. Some of these people I know, like my guy right there. What up, dude? What up? What up, man? Not much. What are you up to? We're actually doing a documentary on this area, but I know everybody don't want to be filmed. You know, might have a couple bucks for you. Meet me around the corner or something.
Where do you want me to go?
Go to the gas station. Not everybody can come out here. You know what I mean?
We get bottles chucked at our car if it was just us here.
Yeah.
How long have you been sober for?
5 years.
What did it take to get that, to get it clean?
A lot of pain. It's crazy because I'm a recovery coach with Gavin now. I'm working in Black Israel hospitals. I came from circumstances, man, where I was a follower. You know what I mean? Being a follower, it put me in situations where 17 years of my life
in prisons, DYS, you know what I mean?
Without Eric with us, we would have gotten a very aggressive response. I mean, these are people that are suffering in a very difficult part of their life. But because Eric was such a well-respected and known figure in the area, when they saw Eric, they wanted to come by and share their story.
What happened to your hand, man?
Xylazine.
Yeah?
Yeah. It literally eats like the tissue. It's supposed to like mimic benzos.
What happens when you do benzos?
I black out and I pick up charges.
You like to fight when you're on benzos?
No, I like to steal things. I'll wake up like 3-4 days later going, what happened?
In the midst of Methadone Mile, you got business owners, people living here, people that are just fighting to survive, pay rent, pay the energy bill, and have to live with hundreds and hundreds of users all around them. And so we're actually going into an auto shop to talk to people about what it's like conducting business.
Every day you get like 2-3 boosters trying to come and sell me stuff. They'll steal it from like the local South Bay over there. It was a fentanyl deal that got arrested right in front of us right here. That happens at least like twice a month, to be honest. I've actually caught a lot of people using the bathroom here, taking shits outside right there. I had to like clean that up. It's pretty dirty. That is human shit, yeah. I'd say on a week we get at least like 2 cars breaking into so they can sleep in there. For example, I got that car right there with a broken window. Obviously it's a junk car, but they still broke the window and they sleep inside the car and stuff. So I had this dude, he used to work for us, he used to like help us sweep up. So one time I gave him my car to go basically get a part from the part store down the street. The car keys had the keys to the shop. Me, I wasn't thinking that he would go to Home Depot and copy the key, which is exactly what he did. He came in with that copied key, stole the whole shop, basically robbed it all. Robbed TVs, even robbed the vehicle that was in here. You can see like what a mess it was, honestly. There was like pipes on the ground. There was I'd say at least like 10 needles, to be honest, because he came with like at least 4 people.
So you've tried to employ people from the area?
Yeah.
And
try to help them, but yeah.
Would you do it again?
No.
Well, we've been in a couple facilities together. You know, we was in treatment like 2019, 2018, been with him, you know, but he's a good dude. My man cleans up nice. I believe in him.
I'm a primary care physician at Massachusetts General Hospital, and I teach medicine at Harvard Medical School. Yeah, the recovery process off of opiates is awful. First of all, you're physically addicted, and it's miserable to come off the opiates.
How accessible is recovery in the city?
It's good. There's a very good support system, you know. Everyone I knew growing up, all the old people I watched either die, end up in prison, or institutions, you know. It even runs in my family.
Is that when you were growing up, when you were young too?
Yeah. I started seeing it when I was young, you know.
What do you see as the way out of all of this?
I know that the only way out of all of this is to do the right thing, make a step to change your life, and, you know, get sober.
When you get addicted, your sort of emotional connection unfortunately becomes with the drug itself, and you sort of tune out other people. So the minute you take the drug away, you're very lonely and you're just kind of stuck in this awful place where you're. And then third of all, you're dealing with all the chaos that you've created in your life. I think most people, some people are lucky, but most people create quite a mess.
Like my mother's in addiction, you know? She's like the most important person in my life. I can be there for her, be around her, and I know that if she's in active addiction, using, I can't change her or make her better, you know, you have to want it on your own.
I am an Alcoholics Anonymous. Shout out to all the fellowships out there that's helping people change their lives. My father had this disease, because we do believe that this is a disease, and got to a point where he was sneaking drugs out of my stuff, and one day I found him dead in the house. I had to smoke crack to deal with life. I had to use dope to deal with life. But now I'm stealing from my mother, I'm stealing from my kids, and the craziness that I did to get the next one. Jumping in cars while they're still running, only to find that there's a baby in the back. I'm playing with my life now just to get high or steal something from someone's car I haven't used since 2019, August 3rd. For anybody out there watching this, man, and seeing the reality of what's really going on, nobody wants to be in this situation. We all looking for a way out, and that's why it's never go back.
Two of my uncles and my cousins is out here right now. I'm hoping I can run into them. I'm basically right now spreading love through food.
How much did you go out of pocket to make this happen?
$500.
So how do you fund all this?
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
People give to me, so I give back.
And what kind of impact you see, or what kind of interactions you have with people that are feeling cared for, maybe for the first time in a week or a month or a year?
As long as somebody smiles. You hungry? No, baby, this is free.
You moved down here from Florida?
Yeah, I've been down here since 18, started using dope. His mother first started using needles. I never used a needle in my life, bro, till she hit me.
Hey, what's up?
Motherfucker, where you been to?
I've been locked out.
He said, I've been locked up. That's my dude. You gotta get your ass back in treatment, man.
I've been home for a year and a half. I just wrapped up.
For real, go. I didn't even recognize you at first. I was like, oh, that's fucking Jimmy.
So it's really encouraging to see, like, even when you dive into the weeds, that one of the first things we jump into is people that are actively giving back and working to help make this place better. So we got this lady here that set up the food. We have Exit Fame, who every single day is in the trenches trying to help people, bring them to recovery. What got someone to a place that they started off as a cute little healthy baby to someone on the street? And that's part of the mystery that we're unraveling. We're gonna go to something that we haven't really experienced, which is a crack house. I thought crack was a relic of maybe the 80s and that with fentanyl had been dying out, but it turned out it's still alive and well here in Boston and probably more cities than I know about. What's kind of crazy, we're driving through a wealthy neighborhood. We're only 10 minutes from the spot, and it just goes to show you're never really that far away from where it goes down. For context, there's kids on a playground. Like outside it's very normal and family-like, and inside there's crack. Yo, we're outside. What's up, bro? Good to meet you.
Alright, you're here with Chef Twin. And we're gonna show you how to turn this into a cookie. I've been selling drugs since I was like 12. I learned how to chef when I was like 16.
What do you think about the risks of this business?
There's always a bunch of risks, but that's what comes with it. You gotta take risks to get rich. That's my motto.
Is there such thing as secondhand high just from cooking it?
I think you guys wanna, this is around the time where it'll start doing that. But if you can see, it dried up.
Do you ever feel bad for the fiends?
Not really. I actually love my fiends too. I don't be feeling bad though. I feel like whatever you're consuming is on you.
When you look at Mass Ave and all the people outside on the street, what role do you feel like you play in all of that?
I'm there for them. They're gonna get it one way or another. I'm just helping them out, making it easy for them.
In the last 7 days, how much money would you say you've made doing this?
Probably like 4,000. Not too crazy.
Have you ever lost a client?
Yeah, I have actually. She got high in front of her. She just kept getting high, kept getting high. Kept buying, until she ran out of money. When she ran out of money and I seen that she was like, I left. Like the next day, 2 days later, we got the call saying that she was dead from my other fiend.
Not every scene was able to fit into this video, so to see a treasure trove of inside access to see things you can't find anywhere else on the internet, click my Patreon link, it is in the description. Good morning everybody, it's 7:30 here. We're up early to see what the methadone clinics look like right now. Apparently there are lines around the corner. This is when everyone gets their dose of methadone, and we want to see what that's like. Opioid withdrawals are often so intense that they stop people from even trying to detox. But instead of enduring the agony of going cold turkey, many users turn to the synthetic opioid methadone. While some say it's just another drug for users to get hooked on, others celebrate methadone's ability to reduce substance cravings and withdrawal symptoms. And that's why you see all these people lined up here early in the morning at these methadone clinics. For some, it's their lifeline to recovery. About what time does the methadone clinic line start?
5 a.m. in the morning.
So people are up early?
Yeah.
So people are wondering, does methadone help the problem or hurt the problem?
It helps the problem. Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, brother? What time do you guys get up and get ready to get in the line?
I get up anywhere from like 6 to 9 when there's no line.
When you first receive a dose of methadone, how do you feel after?
So it takes about 15 minutes for it to kick in, but after it kicks in, I
I feel like just relaxed, more or less.
The same, normal.
Like, is there a high or a buzz to it?
No buzz.
So would you say it helps your life?
Definitely, it honestly saved my life. I've been on drugs on and off for 10 years. I tried Suboxone, Sublocade, what's the other one, Vivitrol, all the shots.
Yeah.
And I've noticed Methadone's the one that really helped me the most.
That's xylazine. That's what xylazine does, yeah.
That's from xylazine?
Yeah, it's all from xylazine. My head too. See how it's all
I know people that sniff when they get it.
Yeah, that's what that's from too. I had one point with my shin bone here, right here, was showing through my skin, right here. And it's gotten to get that way again anyway, but all this is from xylazine. The back here, these cuts, this one here, I could put my finger through before. But yeah, nasty, a lot of holes. The nasty, see how this is all in here, like, you know.
How much did a rough childhood play a part in where you are today?
Huge. I went through the whole Catholic priest thing, and I will say that was the biggest thing that made me want to use.
I got started when I was 10. My brother was 5 years older. He got me selling weed by 10. By 12, I was smoking crack and doing dope.
Where were your parents in all of this?
Too busy to give a fuck about us. My father just beat the shit out of us every day. And my mother kind of wished she never had us. She said it all the time. And she didn't even cry when my brother got murdered after he did 12 years in Walpole. She didn't cry at his funeral. I miss my brother every day.
Addiction has to do a lot of times with like untreated trauma or untreated anxiety and depression in your life. I mean, these people need mental health care. I don't know how these people manage to do it if they're living on the streets, no health insurance, no job, no supportive community. We've really got to meet them where they are. These people are people. Some of these are like the nicest, greatest people. A lot of them just had like really bad trauma or really bad losses in life or just bad luck. Getting them on medical therapy is the first step. And make sure they're not going to overdose. Get them on Suboxone, Methadone. But you have to get people housing. It's very difficult to stay in stable recovery if you don't have a stable place for housing.
What resources are out there to help you on your journey?
Oh, I can go into a program where people got mad drugs and just do them in there. There is no help.
So the biggest misconception is that we have these happy hedonists roaming around, whereas the people who are addicted are the most miserable people on the face of the earth, and they desperately need our help, care, and attention.
After you smoke crack, you get resin and you get a push. And unfortunately, this is this little bit will get you going and turn into a day of a devil chase. We're sitting here interviewing, but this is not something that's to be glorified. This is a disease that we're facing, and it's literally a mental trap. Unfortunately, this is what crack cocaine and drugs do to you. For anyone who's watching this, I would say, if you're not doing drugs, don't do them. But if you're doing them, do them the best, the safest way you can, and just try to stay conscious and stay strong, and eventually you'll get through it.
So, what's the penalty if a cop sees this?
Nothing.
For context, we were across the street from a jail where inmates were cleaning up garbage and cop cars lined the street, and these users were openly using drugs without any concern for being caught.
Anywhere else, I swear, this is like a zone for where this is allowed.
We're literally next to a sheriff, and are you worried at all with having open stuff?
No, I would never hit you, don't worry. I'm precision with that thing. I can throw the job.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. My name's Maddie, bro.
Nice to meet you. Here, walk and talk with me. We're doing a Methadone Mile documentary.
Exit, what's up, brother? See all the big hitters out
right here.
Congratulations. Yeah, man. Sober house. Yeah, thank you, bro.
I heard.
This shit's wild out here, bro. So that's like a common thing, right? You'll see that all day, every day. You see how it is.
Tell me about, do you have a story with recovery or addiction?
Yeah, I did 17 years in prison, bro. I was in the max for 17 years. I started getting high up there doing dope. When I got home, I was clean for about a year, and then
Your addiction started in prison?
Yeah, I shot dope for the first time in prison. It's crazy, right?
How hard is it to get in prison?
your deal is next door. You know what I mean? They'll cuff it to you, do whatever.
So as a former user, taking away the tents, does that help the situation or hurt the situation?
Bro, in my opinion, they took people out of a secluded area and put them right on Front Street, bro.
Just hours ago, we saw plenty of tents and plenty of crowds out at Mass and Cass. We did talk with the mayor. She did say the city is making progress, but agrees more needs to be done. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu says things are better than a year ago with more people in permanent and transitional housing.
It's not the same as where we were a year ago with fortified encampments and people who have been truly residing on the streets for years at that point.
For the most part, I feel like these people are harmless, bro. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of, mixing it up with the
Where
drugs.
do you put folks like this? What do you do with guys like that?
Man, it's hard, bro, because they go to the hospital and they'll kick you back. If you don't say you're suicidal, they're kicking you back out on the streets.
When I meditate, I inhale through my nose. In the streets, I exhale crack smoke and negativity through my mouth. Money feeds your ego, integrity makes you the man of the house. I'm not from Milwaukee, but since 13, I was chasing them bucks. Being mentally locked in is better than being physically locked up.
We're out here at Bedrock in front of a recovery center, and we're gonna talk to a guy that just hit 8 years sober today, and also show you inside a facility that someone might come to start that journey of recovery and sobriety. Tell the people who you are and why today is important.
So I'm mathematics, I'm a recovering alcoholic or an addict, recovering, gangs to get money and stuff in the streets. And then now today, I'm also recovering from low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-doubt, also addiction and alcoholism and criminal thinking. And so today I celebrate 8 years of recovery. And what makes me in recovery is because I work a program that's a thinking and a personality change.
What is your role in this facility?
So I'm a group specialist, and then I'm also an alumni coordinator, and I do community engagement. So I get people back into the facility if they need help.
You just gotta surrender. You can do it. You already did it for 8 months, so you know you can do it. You just gotta give yourself another shot.
3 years clean when I fucking went out.
Remember
I met you over the tent?
Yes. You got this, you got this, you got this.
So pretend you just found me on Mass Ave. What am I going through today?
All right, so the first thing that would happen is you would come and do an intake inside of here. There'd be like a nurse. You get like some toiletries. And this is where they do the intake. They ask you like what you're detoxing from, a whole plethora of questions. And then the nurse clears you to go upstairs to either residential, if your urine's clean, if you're stable. But if you need a detox, you gotta go to detox for up to 8 days.
Seeing how nice this place is, it's hard for me to imagine choosing to stay in the street over coming here.
Yeah, but there's a mental obsession, and the mental obsession is so strong that, a mental obsession is a persistent, reoccurring thought that doesn't respond to logic or reason.
First of all, you're physically addicted, and it's miserable to come off the opiates, and that lasts for weeks. And then there's a psychological component. It's very difficult to get off opiates. When you get addicted, your sort of emotional connection unfortunately becomes with the drug itself, and you sort of tune out other people. So the minute you take the drug away, you're very lonely and you're just kind of stuck in this awful place.
So it'd be logical and reasonable to say that, but when that mental obsession, the grips of addiction are on you, it's all about the next one. We put this in front of our families, in front of our mothers, in front of our kids. I'll overdose, I'll rip the IV out my arm, and 2 minutes later I'll go call the dealer and get more of the stuff that almost just killed me. No fear, you can't scare an alcoholic or an addict. So I would come down to this methadone clinic, get my dose, and then after you get your dose, and then you walk up this way, and when I would stop walking up this way, it would be to like sell pills, either buy some crack. Sometimes I would get high over here behind these trailers. So this is the infamous McDonald's. Before you could sell drugs out there in the open like it's going now before COVID, most of all the drugs were sold through the McDonald's right here.
What is the recovery rate? If they come in here for an 8-day treatment, what is the percentage chance they're gonna?
1 out of 10 make it to 30 days. 8 days isn't enough. Detox is grammar school, then 30-day treatments, high school, then inpatient, like 2 or 3 month treatments, college, and IOP 5 is like master degree, IOP 3 is like PhD, and then going home right after detox is like trying to get a master's and a doctorate at the same time. So you're trying to go home with a grammar school education, but you're trying to pass doctorate and master degree level classes, and that's why we have 13 alcoholics and addicts dying every hour.
Does harm reduction, does it help people or does it enable addiction?
So I had a bad vision of harm reduction before, but I think now the scope is we'd rather have the person alive on harm reduction than pass away. My only thing with harm reduction is most people get on it, but they struggle to get off. Most addicts and alcoholics, we only know how to start doing drugs and alcohol, but we don't know how to stop.
So this is my office.
You got an office, man?
Yeah.
What is it like for your family and friends seeing you back in the day hustling, taking, using to, he has post-it notes on his computer.
Oh, my mother's really proud of me. You know what I mean? She can sleep good at night. My kids are proud of me. I went from being a deadbeat dad to now I raised my daughter full time. Camp, after school programs, we spend time together. She comes to all my events. She's in the bulk of my videos. So it's just like, you know, I went from being a neglectful father to actually now being a nurturing father.
To uncover the origins of Methodone Mile, we brought together a powerhouse of Boston legends. From Millie's, the rapper who's putting Massachusetts on the map, to Bean Shooter, a former addict and frequent flyer to prison, and now a guy who transformed himself and became an entrepreneur, comedian, and a source of inspiration for those in recovery. Together, we chartered a boat and sailed towards the remains of the missing Long Island Bridge, a key piece of infrastructure that we believe holds the key to understanding how Methadone Mile came to be. So fellas, we're right by Long Island and Quincy. Tell me what this island means to you in your journey.
As far as I go, you know, I was always going out there to detox in Long Island or Andrew House recovery on the island, which you could go out there to detox. They used to drive you over the bridge. They used to have these buses at night and all the homeless people would line up and it had a fenced-in area and they'd bus them all over here at night. And then in the morning, you know, you'd go back. And then when they closed the island, they closed the detoxes, and the homeless were scattered all about, and they all ended up down on Mass Ave.
Tommy, this is where we can dock up right here.
So we're pulling up on the dock, the Long Island, Quincy. From what I understand, it's entirely abandoned. So we're gonna check it out, we're gonna investigate.
It's like some Shutter Island type shit.
We might have to hop a couple fences. Boston PD, you guys can come get me in Milwaukee, all right? Back behind these trees and all the way down, we had sober living homes, recovery homes, juvenile detention facilities, and this is where people would get bused back. They'd be going through detox, they'd go bus back from Boston to here. And so you had a contained population that weren't out on the streets. There's a ripple effect, there's a domino effect. One little thing leads to another, and it's crazy how one little bridge has led to hundreds and hundreds of people on the street, which has led to family members going missing, people living in tents on the street, and all because one little bridge started the domino effect.
It's a strange feeling being back here, you know. It just reminds me of, you know, being dope sick and going to detox, and it seems like another lifetime when I was coming out here all the time.
You think we're the only people on this island right now?
No, there's got to be someone else out here.
Ski! Ski! It feels almost like we're watching the decay of America in slow motion. I mean, 100%. We're this rich, prosperous country, but we have these cities with all these addicts on the street. We have abandoned buildings with wooden boards over the windows. It's almost embarrassing because when most countries think of America, they don't think of this.
Everybody says we want to help addicts, we want to do this. And me opening sober homes, I found this firsthand until it goes into your neighborhood. Then yeah, we want money for addiction, just not in my fucking backyard.
To dig deeper on what the path of sobriety looks like, we head with Bean Shooter back to his stomping grounds of Lowell, a city near Boston, to visit his home and his sober house, to speak with the fellows there and get their insights on a path to a drug-free life.
That's my prison mugshot, actually.
What'd you go away for this one?
That one was trafficking over 100 pounds of marijuana.
That was when you did business with the cartel?
Yeah.
Did that make you nervous?
No, not really. They were good to me. They were good people. So when I got custody of my daughter, it was only 2 bedrooms, me and my father, and that was my bedroom. I had to make a bedroom up here, which is like a prison cell. This is how I live. Tommy don't believe it. Look at the obligatory ice pick next to the bed. This is when I'm gonna climb down the ladder to piss at night. I'm a real fucking Viking.
You really did piss that every
Sometimes I have to, Tommy, you know? Sometimes I have no fucking choice.
Over your lifetime, how much time did you spend in prison?
I've been asked that a lot. About 13, 14 years.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah, but on the installment plan. Oh, this is my first sober house I bought. Want to see the house inside?
Yeah.
That's me. It's my old
Doing time like a gentleman since 1985.
Yeah, too.
Was part of your journey getting sober in a sober house like this?
Oh, I've been in a bunch of them, but when I got sober last time, I was in Deerfield Beach, Florida, and I was in a sober house, and I remember getting in there and I'm like, wait a minute, there's 6 guys in here paying $150 a week, that's $900 a week, that's fucking $3,600 a month in this little fucking ranch, right? And because I've always been a numbers guy, you know, selling drugs and doing whatever, and that was when I first got the idea, wow, you make money and you're helping people. Like anybody will tell you that's a recovering addict, helping another addict helps me.
So guys here, how long have they been sober for?
Everyone's different. I mean, I got a guy who's been here almost 4 years. You know, I got some guys who got out of detox a month ago. So and then sometimes people relapse. I had a guy recently who just relapsed. I saw him and I knew he was high. You know, they can try to lie to me and I'm like, oh, I'll take a urine right now. And I'm just like, hey, listen, you already failed it. If you already failed the eyeball test, like I'm not even gonna waste a fucking cup on you. And 99% of the time they'll be like, all right, you know. Recently, I came here just like this. We were right here on the porch, and Bundy went in, and I says, oh, go in and get so-and-so, Jason. And I heard him scream, get the Narcan. And I'd been open 5 years. I'd never had anybody die in my house. And I ran in, and I touched him, and he was ice cold. I just said, fucking, you can put the Narcan away, you know. He's gone, and that sucked. The family came, and I had to talk with them. And the kid had been here a while, 2 years, and he became a friend, you know. I was with him all the time, and I felt guilt over it, like, I dropped the ball, and then I talked to his brother, and his brother said, yeah, I know he got high a couple times. He'd been here so long, I was comfortable with him. I hadn't urined him for a couple of weeks, because usually at least once a week I'll urine you, and I felt like, you know, I kind of dropped the ball on that one. See someone die in your house, it sucks, so we try to keep that from happening again.
So Lopez, tell me, how far into your journey of sobriety are you?
Right now, I came here November 6th of last year, but my recovery is good. You know, it's been a struggle and a roller coaster.
How many days in are you?
Altogether, since last year, it would have been 10 months.
Just driving around here, even a few blocks around here, there's a lot more people out in the park. Mm-hmm. I'd imagine if your number one goal is to be sober and then you're surrounded by people that are using 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away, does it make that journey difficult?
No, because sometimes, you know, when I leave out of here, I pray, I say, God, you know, just lead me in the right path. And I go from here straight to the recovery cafe. You know, I don't like to pass through the park today because they all know me. I know everybody from Lowell. And, you know, it breaks my heart just to see a lot of my friends on active addiction and I can't do nothing about it, you know.
How many people do you think you've lost to fentanyl?
I've lost a lot, over 30 at least. I've seen a lot of dead people in my life, man. A lot of faces that I'm always dreaming about. You get traumatized, man. Look at that guy's colors, blue and gray. I mean, it's just sad, you know.
Lopez, thank you for sharing your story, man. We wish you the best on your journey, okay?
All right, man.
You manage a sober living house. What are the biggest hurdles keeping 12 other people in this house sober?
They go out, they do their thing, they come back in here, and a lot of them, they start drinking, they start doing whatever, dope, whatever. And I'll try to work with it. You go to rehab for a couple weeks. If not, you get the fuck out.
So have you had to kick someone out before?
Yeah.
A taxpayer might say, why am I funding addicts getting free needles, free pipes when I can barely pay rent? What do you think about that?
I don't know, it's almost like you're encouraging. I don't know, it's a 50-50. It can go swing both ways.
Mr. Kranowski. So how long have you been sober now?
So now, it's getting close to three years.
He's the manager of my other sober house. So Bundy's the manager of this one, Brian's the manager of my other one.
It was the perfect place for me. This is good stuff, a lot of good stuff goes on here. I got my old job back, I beat the case. They told me beat the case, you get your job back. Got my old job back, just bought a car, first time in 15 years, about 20 years. I'm making moves right now, making moves.
Yeah.
So basically, we had these big corporate companies like Purdue Pharma, the Sackler family, pushing tons of this stuff out. then people are starting to get, that starts the addiction journey. None of them ever went to jail. None of them ever got in trouble. They're still very rich. And meanwhile, millions of Americans now are
ruined so many
struggling.
lives, yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
They should be fucking hung by their balls. It's corporate greed.
Gentlemen, hey, I just want to say, I wish you guys the best on your journey. Thank you for sharing your story. Take care. It's honestly fucked up that Big Pharma can run amok, racking up billions in profit and leaving a trail of millions of misery in their wake. Also, a few top shareholders can pop a cork from their stupid yacht. I wish we had politicians that actually represented the people and protected Americans from companies that care nothing for their impact on the world, but only for their financial bottom line. But perhaps I'll address that in a future episode when one day this channel goes on an absolute fucking rampage exposing Big Pharma. And while we all are aware that some shadowy corporate villains are in our crosshairs, let's end this episode by celebrating the local heroes striving to make a difference. Exit Fame, Mathematics, and Bean Shooter. I have their Instagrams tagged in the description. Please blow them up with positive messages. And finally, to the people out there struggling to be sober, I'm rooting for you. You got this. I'll see you guys next week.